the game plan going into it with the coaching staff. And then I also do a little bit of my own research on the hitters, and I know my strengths, so I just try and lean on my strengths, and whatever Hedgie calls, he's doing the same. So we just try and develop a good game plan and trust it going into it.
Stay with us. We'll have more with Parker Messick after this short break.
Here's the Bet365 Never Ordinary Minute with Scott Davidson.
Let's check the numbers. Game 2 from Progressive Field. The Guardians $1.35 favorite tonight, and the total is 8. And off a couple of winners yesterday, my play of the day today goes to New York, and it's the Yankees' Cam Schlittler to have 6 or more strikeouts. Now, Schlittler's looked dominant in his first 4 starts. He's fanned 7+ in all 4 of those games, and books have his posted outs today at 17.5, which means they think his leash should be around 85 to 95 pitches. Now, Schlittler has better K stuff against left-handers, which is a good thing today because the Royals are projected to have 5 lefties in the lineup. Cam Schlittler, 6 or more strikeouts. That's my play of the day today. Now, you can join me when you download the Bet365 app or pick one of your own. Remember, you bet $10, you get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. Terms and conditions apply. That's the Bet365 Never Ordinary Minute. I'm Scott Davidson.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back. It's Guardians Warm-Up. We're joined by last night's winning pitcher and near no-hitter for Parker Messick. And I understand you were not aware of the history of no-hitters for this franchise, which it's been a long time now. And how familiar are you with it now of some of the history of no-hitters here?
Yeah, I got educated a little bit last night, and I was, at the end of the post game, I was like, I did the best I could do. Sorry, guys. So, hopefully I can get another one.
And there is always good defense that comes into play. A couple of plays in particular, Stephen Kwan early with a nice catch in center. From your view, what did it look like?
I mean, he just does what he does. There's a lot of gold out there in center field, and he, read it right up against the wall. And he's one of those guys that's very rarely going to back down away from a ball at the wall. And him reading it right at the wall and making that catch is insane. I think I just immediately threw my hands in the air. Like, he's just so impressive to watch out there. And then Hosey's catch over here against the netting, same thing. I'm pretty sure I threw my hands in the air because it's just so fun watching both of them play, and to be able to be on the mound and knowing they're out there behind me, it makes my job all the more easy.
So you didn't throw your hands in the air because that's what Hosey does when he catches a pop-up?
I might have done that too. I actually think I might have done that, but first reaction is always just hands in the air when they do something I don't know how to make a reaction to. That's all I got.
And the last great defensive play, you're out of the game, the terrific play to end the game. As you're in that dugout, what's going through your mind as the ninth inning's developing?
Yeah, you just want the win for the team. The no-hitter's broken up, whatever, so all I want to do is win, and so we can go in there and celebrate and, come out here and get the next one.
Parker, it was a lot of fun last night. Thanks for coming by.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
That's Parker Messick. Near no-hitter last night here in Cleveland. Stay tuned. More to come after this.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In baseball, there are plenty of things you can count on. A sea of foam fingers, kids lining up for autographs, catching the wave as it makes its way around the stands. In healthcare, there are things you can rely on just the same, like counting on United Healthcare for reliable Medicare coverage with low out-of-pocket costs. With United Healthcare, you'll find a wide range of Medicare plans to choose from to fit your budget, your needs, and your life. Learn more at uhc.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger. You search for solutions inside and out. And you create new ways to keep moving forward. Because managing a condition is a win worth celebrating. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIbenefitplan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. We're in downtown Cleveland as the Guardians and Orioles get ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series. And let's check in with WKYC, our pregame weather forecast presented by Window World.
Clouds increase tonight ahead of what is going to be an active Saturday for us as we start off with mild temperatures around 60. We'll make it into the low 70s before showers and thunderstorms catch up to us. It looks like they'll be scattered around the area, but strong to severe storms are a possibility. By Sunday, colder air returns. Temperatures only top out near 50. In the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling.
Well, at least tonight, ball game-wise, things are looking good here in downtown Cleveland as we get closer to our 6:10 first pitch. When we get back, it's Tom Hamilton, manager Stephen Vogt, the KeyBank Manager Show next.
Hi again, everybody, with Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt. This is Tom Hamilton. Welcome. It's the Manager Show, and it's brought to you by KeyBank. Did you think Parker Messick was getting that no-hitter last night?
It felt like it. It sure felt like he was going to go out and go 3 up, 3 down in the 9th, and we were going to have a long night. But what an unbelievable performance he put on last night. That was just a beautiful masterclass in pitching.
What was the key?
Strikes. Mm-hmm. Good counts. He and Austin had those hitters, they had no clue what was coming, pushed all the right buttons, executed after executed pitch, and really avoided any kind of drama for 8 innings, and just perfectly pitched game.
You know, when one of these happened last year, you said you didn't know how to act. You'd never been a manager dealing with a no-hitter before. Are you starting to get accustomed to this?
I'd like one to finish with a no-hitter. That'd be great. But, yeah, I mean, it was definitely, with a 4-run lead, it makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot calmer. But, now that I know I can talk to Carl during it, we had a good plan in place the last few innings. And Parker made it really hard on us. So it was just a really well-pitched game.
When a guy goes through that, and went over 100 pitches. Do you think about giving him an extra day's rest next time out? How does that work, Voter?
Yeah, we don't really have that luxury just because we're in the middle of 13 in a row. So we'll see how he feels over the next few days. He probably won't have a full 100 pitches next time he goes out. Probably cap him, 90-ish. So you don't want to push him back-to-back starts like that. So first time for Parker going that deep into a big league game, so we want to be mindful of that. But we just need to see how he feels over the next 4 days.
Did you ever catch a no-hitter?
Close. 7 2/3 of a perfect game in 2015 on opening day, actually. You talk about sweating.
With who?
Sonny Gray was perfect through 7 2/3 and gave up a base hit. Similar kind of hit as last night, just a 3-4 hole base hit, oppo for a righty.
So take us kind of behind the curtain with Austin Hedges last night. What are you going through and what are you thinking about when you're catching that kind of a game?
You just have to keep calling the game to win it. I think that was in the moment I remember thinking, ooh, this will get a hit or this maybe. You can't think that way. You have to get the hitter out. And trust the defense. If you start chasing swing and miss, that's when you start walking people, when you are overthinking. So you just have to keep calling the game and know what they have that night, know what the hitters have been trying to do, and your recall of what you've thrown each guy has to be even more dialed. And it's a mental grind calling a game like that.
Well, we've talked a lot about him, but I don't know if you can say enough good about Austin Hedges. I mean, he was the professor last night, and the student followed him.
Get any better than in the big leagues than Austin Hedges calling a game, and especially when you've got somebody like Parker Messick that's got 6 toys to play with. But Austin called one of the best games I've watched, and he's the best back there.
All right, Cade Smith, he got out of it in the 9th inning. It took a great play by Juan Brito. What's going on with Cade? Any red flags there for you?
No red flags yet. I mean, I think, Cade, what it looks like, delivery's off just a little bit, kind of missing. He's just missing his spots. His stuff's no different. It's just the execution's a little bit off. And, when we've seen Cade at his best, he's not missing spots with his fastball, and he's executing the split and the slider. And right now, it's just kind of the command is off a little bit, which tells us there's something a little bit mechanical going on. But who better to help him find it than Carl Willis and our pitching team? And Cade's working every day to get that feel back, and I have a feeling it's going to click real soon.
And Tanner Bybee tonight. What have you been working on there with him?
Just some delivery things. I think, Tanner's been having some issues with, just keeping his delivery and being able to execute each pitch. But for Tanner, again, it's about the fastball command. When he's getting his fastball in on the righties, that's when he's really going to open up his spin to the outer half.
That's Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt. Tom Hamilton inviting you to stay tuned for Cleveland and the Orioles next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. We're at Progressive Field tonight, where the Guardians and Orioles are about 10 minutes away from tonight's first pitch. Time for the pitching matchup. Right-hander Chris Bassett's on the mound for Baltimore. The veteran's off to a slower start this season so far. After 3 starts, he's 0-2, and he's allowed 11 runs over 11 innings of work. 7 games in his career against Cleveland. He's 1-3 with an ERA of 3.95. Tanner Bybee going for the Guardians, 0-2, an earned run average of 6.38. That's after 4 starts. Coming off a tough one against the Braves his last time out, but his pitching coach, Carl Willis, says there's some keys to turning it around quickly for Bybee.
Well, a couple of things with Tanner. I mean, number one, he's very inconsistent with his changeup. Actually worked on that today. And then, seemingly on that one night, we just found a lot of pitches. Tunneling's a good thing, but at the same time, when pitches then land in the same area of the strike zone a high percentage of time, it just allows for hitters to just look in one area, look in one spot, and I think we saw a lot of pitches land in the same quadrant of the strike zone. So a little bit of a plan of attack adjustment that we need to make, and maybe a couple of very subtle changes with delivery, even positioning on the rubber to allow him to access more quadrants of the zone.
3 career games against Baltimore. Bybee's 2-1 with an earned run average of 4.82. That's your pitching matchup. That'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. Starting lineups and first pitch come your way next.
The Guardians Warm-Up Show has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job, you'll careers. By Bet365, where winning is everything.
Copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Cleveland Guardians Baseball Company and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without expressed written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is #1. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Big crowds tonight for Sugardale Dollar Dog Night at Progressive Field.
The sounds of summer. Nothing pulls fans to the concession stand like a Sugardale Dollar Dog. And don't forget, you can enjoy that same mouth-watering Sugardale hot dog at home. Watering Sugardale hot dog at home. Slow smoke, perfectly seasoned, made right here in Ohio for over 100 years. Don't wait. Make tonight a Sugardale hot dog night.
Let's talk NOPEC. NOPEC uses the bulk buying power of nearly 1 million customers in over 250 Ohio communities to negotiate competitive electric and natural gas rates. They also work behind the scenes, challenging utility rate increases and fighting for consumer-friendly energy policies. For more than 25 years, NOPEC has been working to keep your energy bills affordable. Learn more at nopec.org or by calling NOPEC's 24/7 Customer Care Center.
young. This is a young team.
We're not that inexperienced anymore.
A team that cares about small things.
That's Guards ball.
It's a winning recipe.
This group is tough.
The grit, the determination.
And we're going to see how far we can go. The ultimate goal is to win the World Series. We just got to get better day in and day out.
Find a way to win every day.
Being smart and aggressive at the same time wins ball games.
Hoping for another great summer in Cleveland.
Enjoy the game, folks.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians and the Orioles getting ready for Game 2 of this 4-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the Orioles and their manager Craig Albernaz. Leading things off, Gunnar Henderson, the shortstop. Turner Ward in left field bats second. Pete Alonso, the first baseman, bats third, with Dylan Beavers, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Samuel Basayo is doing the catching. He'll bat fifth. Leody Tavares, the center fielder, hits sixth. Colton Cowser in right field bats seventh. Kobe Mayo, the third baseman, bats eighth. And Jeremiah Jackson at second base will hit ninth. On the mound tonight for the Orioles, it's right-hander Chris Bassett. Now for Stephen Vogt's Cleveland Guardians, leading things off, Stephen Kwan, the center fielder. Chase DeLauder in right field bats second. Jose Ramirez, the third baseman, bats third, with Kyle Manzardo, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Reese Hoskins at first base bats fifth. Daniel Schnell Martinez in left field bats seventh. Bo Naylor does the catching. He'll hit eighth. And Juan Brito, the second baseman, bats ninth. On the mound tonight for the Guardians, it's right-hander Tanner Bybee. Those are your starting lineups. Now stay tuned. When we return, Tom Hamilton has tonight's first pitch on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is offering a free roof analysis covering the 7 most common problem areas. If you want the kind of protection that doesn't leak, the Gold Glove defense in every season, call your local family-owned Spartan Storm Shield. Call 330-SPARTAN to schedule your free roof inspection today. Again, that's 330-772-7826 or visit SpartanStormShield.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling?
Not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ugh.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 21. Tonight, the Cleveland Guardians and the Baltimore Orioles will play in Game 2 of this weekend 4-game series. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton with you on a cool, almost autumn-like night here on the shores of Lake Erie, along with Jim Rosenhaus and Brian Motze. Tough to follow last night's thriller, nearly an historic no-hitter for Parker Messick, who was absolutely brilliant in a winning effort as Cleveland knocked off the Orioles by a final score of 4-2, and it gets us set here for Game 2 of this 4-game series. And, of course, Cleveland coming in here now with a record of 11-9. They're in second place in the division. They trail the Minnesota Twins, who've really gotten off to a surprising start. The Twins with a record of 11-8, leading Cleveland by a half game. Detroit winners of 6 straight, now 1 game back at 10-9. Baltimore, on the other hand, they have now fallen to a record of 9-10, third place in the East, 2.5 games behind Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's ripped off 6 straight wins, and their record of 11-7, best in the American League. It's going to be a night where the temperatures are certainly going to be a little bit cooler than last night by game's end. That breeze is blowing in off Lake Erie, and you know how frigid the water still is here in mid-April, and so things will cool off in a hurry once the sun goes down. But right now we still have sunshine overhead, most of the infield in shade, much of the outfield still in sunlight. The dimensions: 325 down the lines, 370 to left center, 375 to right center, 400 to dead center. The 19-foot wall from the left field corner to center, from center to the right field corner, a 9-foot wall. Nate Tomlinson, the homer, at first, Bruce Dreckman at second, and Carlos Torres will be the third base umpire. Tanner Bybee up against Chris Bassett. That is tonight's pitching matchup. A couple of right-handers, and Tanner Bybee trying to get his season turned around. Tanner Bybee just having some command issues right now, mostly with the fastball. And Tanner Bybee certainly very capable of a dominant performance anytime he takes the baseball. And Cleveland could certainly use another one of those. But I'll tell you what, after last night, that bullpen now in pretty darn good shape when you get the kind of outing that Cleveland got from Parker Messick working into the 9th inning last night. Tanner Bybee, 27 years of age. He is 6'2", 215 pounds. He features the fastball, the sinker, and the cut fastball. So three types of fastballs: curve, slider, and changeup. The problem for Tanner Bybee has been the fastball, whether it's the four-seamer, whether it's the sinker, whether it's the cut fastball. If you combine those three fastballs, the opposition is hitting over 400 against Tanner Bybee's fastball, be it four-seam, two-seam, or cutter. The opposition has had no chance against his curve, slider, and changeup. Leading it off, Gunnar Henderson, the left-handed hitting shortstop. Bybee into the wind, and tonight's first pitch swung on, line drive to left. Coming on, diving is Martinez, made the catch just before the ball hit the turf. So we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. A game time temp of 64 degrees and one pitch into this ball game, and already a brilliant diving catch in left field by Angel Martinez. Gunnar Henderson, first ball swinging, got a mid-90s fastball and got robbed of a hit. Here's Taylor Ward, the left fielder, right-handed batter. Ward takes, it's in there, 95 miles an hour for strike one. Taylor Ward still looking for that first home run. He had 36 of them a year ago. The pitch, and it backed him off the plate. Caught the inside corner, a called strike, and it's 0-2. Ward hitting good, 303, and leading the American League with 10 doubles. He's knocked in 8. Bybee, third base side of the rubber, kicks, delivers, and it's down and away, and the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner Bybee's fourth career start against the Birds. He's 2-1 lifetime with a 4.82 career ERA against Baltimore. The right-hander delivers, and the pitch swung on, skied in the air, shallow left center. Stephen Kwan is camped under it, and the center fielder puts it away, and that is 2 up, 2 down in the Baltimore first inning. Angel Martinez in left, Stephen Kwan in center, Chase DeLauder in right. Rhys Hoskins at first, Juan Brito at second, Daniel Schneemann at short, Jose Ramirez at third, and Bo Naylor doing the catching. Here's Pete Alonso, the longtime New York Met. 2 down, nobody on, no score. Righty-righty matchup. The kick and delivery, and it's outside, a ball. Boy, it's amazing when you look at Tanner Bybee, the trouble with the fastball, and that really comes down to when you visit with Tanner or the pitching staff, command of whichever fastball, the 1-0, and that fastball in there for a strike. But against his changeup this year, the opposition 1 for 11, and against his curve or slider 0 for 8. Now the kick and the 1-1, and it's a touch low, ball 2, 2-1. But once Tanner Bybee gets that good command of the fastball so he can throw it where he wants, look out. Alonso hitting 200, couple of homers, 8 RBIs. Now the 2-1, and he bangs one foul third base side, 2-2. Affectionately known in the Big Apple as the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso got a 5-year contract with the Orioles, $31 million a year. Mets really did not make much of an effort to keep him, which is kind of stunning after his 7-year run in the Big Apple. He had some kind of career with the Mets. Now the 2-2. A touch high. Boy, that didn't miss by much. Full count now on Alonso, and this is a guy that comes and plays every day. He's averaged 159 games played a year. The 3-2. Swung on, yanked to left. That's a base hit. So Pete Alonso with a sharp single to left with 2 down. You look at Alonso and take out COVID because that year doesn't count. In his career with the Mets, he had an .857 OPS. He averaged 41 homers and 113 RBIs a year. But the Mets wish they had him now. Dead last in the National League East. They've lost 8 in a row. Here's Dylan Beavers, left-handed hitting DH. The pitch, and it's a little bit wide, ball one. Beavers batting .233 with a homer, 5 RBIs. A lot of guys that maybe you haven't heard of playing for Baltimore because they have a plethora of injuries. The pitch, and he cuts and misses. Always had a good changeup. First one I think that Bieber has thrown here tonight, and the count 1-1. Beavers is another one of those big-time prospects for the Mets. I beg your pardon, for the Orioles. Left-handed batter. The pitch, down and in, 2-1. He was a first-round pick, 33rd player chosen overall in the 2022 draft. California kid. Now the 2-1. Checked on a pitch down and in, 3-1. In fact, he grew up with Brooks Lee, the Minnesota Twins shortstop. Last year he got into 35 games with the Orioles. Had 18 home runs before that in AAA before the call-up. Now in the hitter's count, 3-1 pitch. And he fouls it upstairs, full count. Dylan Beavers. He's an outfielder by trade, DHing tonight. You look at his minor league career, he's had 18 homers one year, 15 another. Now the payoff. Alonso's off, and the pitch fouled back. Had him lunging at a changeup. Beavers is only 24 years of age. He's big. 6'5", 205. Playing behind Alonso at first is Rhys Hoskins. Again, the payoff pitch. Swung on, banged on the ground, foul outside of first. Jason Bourgeois coaching at first. Buck Britton at third for rookie manager Craig Alvarez the last 2 years. The Cleveland Guardians bench coach. So Tanner Bybee at 18 pitches here in the first. No score. Runner on, 2 down. And again, the 3-2 pitch. Down and in, he walked him. Threw him a changeup. Good at bat there. 8-pitch at bat for Beavers. Alonso to second. Beavers with the walk goes to first. 2 down. Here's Sam Basayo. Basayo, he's doing a lot of the catching now with the injury to Adley Rutschman, although they do think Rutschman could be back in maybe even within a week. He's been on the injured list. Left-handed batter, swings and misses. One of the issues with Basayo, he is extremely hard on himself. He snapped 2 different bats in last night's game after making an out. He is sometimes too hard on himself. 2 on, 2 out, no score. And he pops this one up foul, third base side, near the Cleveland dugout, into the dugout. Basayo, 6'4", 180. Catching again tonight. He is 21 years of age. Last summer, he got an 8-year contract extension worth $67 million. Now that's an absolute bargain for the Orioles if Basayo becomes as good as everyone anticipates. This year batting .157, 3 homers, 4 RBIs. 2 down, 2 on. No score, first inning. The pitch. Got him swinging on a changeup. So Basayo strikes out with 2 men on to end it. Birds not able to score. Cleveland coming to bat.
Our yoga instructor, I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $200 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, Guardians fans, Medical Mutual cares about the health and well-being of Ohioans like you. That's why they offer high-quality health insurance plans with access to the hospitals and doctors you know and trust. Plus, dental, vision, and wellness plans to help you achieve and maintain your health. To learn more about individual, Medicare, and employer plans, visit medmutual.com/Guardians. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
Hi, I'm Pat Moran, owner of Window World and a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Today's game is brought to you by another winning team, Window World. We're family-owned right here in Ohio, and for more than 23 years, we've been providing you with quality windows, doors, siding, and gutters professionally installed, backed by a lifetime warranty, and always at a great price. So let's hit a grand slam together and call the Window World team at 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD or visit windowworld.com for a free in-home estimate.
Check engine or ABS? Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The pride of the University of Akron, Chris Bassett, delivers a first pitch strike to Stephen Kwan. No score, bottom of the first. Bassett now 37 years of age, 6'5", 215. The pitch. Kwan looks at a curve down and in, 1-1. Bassett, what doesn't he throw? Fastball, sinker, cutter, slider, slurve, changeup, split finger. Now the 1-1 to Kwan. And he fouls at third base side by Coach Reagular. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bassett's faced Cleveland 7 times, a win, 3 losses, ERA 3.95. He was an Akron Zip and a good one. Now the pitch, and it's fouled upstairs. Still a 1-2 count. Bassett signed with these Orioles in late February. Got a 1-year deal with Baltimore for $18.5 million. One of the issues he's had has been with his sinker. The set, the pitch, and he backdoored him and missed with a curve. He doesn't use the windup, working out of the set as the count 2-2. And Stephen Kwan batting .253. But with men in scoring position, Kwan batting .563. Now the 2-2. Swung on, pulled it foul. We'll do it again. The Orioles think they have discovered that Bassett had dropped his arm angle. Thus his sinker had really flattened out. When you're 6'5", you want to come up more from the top with that sinker, get the good leverage, get the good downward action. So they feel like they've corrected that. The pitch. Curveball swung on, line toward the gap in left center. Coming on to catch it chest high is Leody Tavares, the center fielder. So Stephen Kwan lines out to the center fielder. Here's Chase DeLauder, hitless in his last 11 at-bats. So Bassett's raised that arm angle in hopes of getting the sink back to a sinker, because this year the opposition is hitting .522 off his sinker. Here's Chase DeLauder now. Bassett fires, and he missed outside with a sinker. He went to high school just outside of Toledo. Genoa Area High School. It's just southeast of Toledo, and then pitched at the University of Akron. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. Boy, Akron lost its great basketball coach, John Gross. My goodness. What an incredible job Coach Gross did with the Akron Zips basketball program, and now head coach at Charleston. Now the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, foul down the left side, and the count 2-1. When you think of basketball, this place will be buzzing tomorrow. A doubleheader. The Cavaliers game 1 against Toronto right next door at the arena. Cleveland tomorrow night against Baltimore. The pitch. DeLauder takes, it's down and in, and the count 3-1. And we wish the Cavaliers the very best and a long, deep run, hopefully late into June for the Cavaliers. It all gets going tomorrow at the arena against Toronto. The 3-1, ball 4 outside. Good at bat. Even though DeLauder has been struggling as far as getting base hits, he is still getting on base. There's an example there with a walk. And DeLauder now has walked 10 times and struck out 11. And boy, that's how you keep yourself, when you're scuffling a bit, productive. Jose Ramirez chased down and away, ball 1. Jose Ramirez got the 2-run homer last night in the first inning. Switch hitter batting left-handed. The only right-handed bat is Rhys Hoskins tonight. Outfield deep toward right. The pitch high and wide, and Bassett knows what Jose's capable of. Jose Ramirez in the last 8 games has homered 3 times and is batting .355 in the last 8 ball games. Now the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a sinker, but boy, that looked like it was up. Taylor Ward in left, Leody Tavares in center, Colton Cowser in right, Pete Alonso at first, Jeremiah Jackson at second, Gunnar Henderson at short, Kobe Mayo at third, and Sam Basayo the catcher. The pitch, outside and high, a changeup. 3-1 the count, and Bassett really trying to keep the ball away from Ramirez, trying to keep it from that pull side. Modest lead for DeLauder. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Checked on a pitch up high, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. And Cleveland's got a first inning opportunity with the DH Kyle Manzardo coming to the plate. And Kyle Manzardo's bat has started to come to life. And this would be a great time to tell you, if Cleveland scores 4 runs in any inning in the first 4, Diana Santa of Northfield gets 4 Bridgestone tires from the good folks at Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Manzardo takes a 70-mile-an-hour curveball for strike 1. Visit econrads.com to enter. Good luck, Diana Santa of Northfield. The Conrads score 4, win 4 new tires. The pitch, checked on another low curveball, 1-1 the count. It is hard to sit on anything with Bassett because he throws 8 different pitches. So you try to play a guessing game with a pitcher, you usually guess wrong. 2 on, 1 out, scoreless first inning. The pitch, down and in, cut fastball. 2 balls and a strike on Manzardo, and Bassett getting behind on everybody. He's already made 20 pitches this inning, 8 strikes. Outfield, medium deep, straight up. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, again, that sinker was up, and Manzardo swung through it. I'm telling you, folks, if Chris Bassett doesn't get that sinker down, if he leaves more of them up there above the belt, he is going to have a rough night. 2-2 the count. Now the pitch, up high, full count. On deck is Rhys Hoskins. Well, you better get to Chris Bassett before he gets locked in. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit to left near the line. Ward cuts it off. Everybody moves up one base. Boy, what a good piece of hitting. A curveball that Manzardo looked like he may have been out front initially, kept the hands back and served a liner into left field. And the bases are loaded with one down. And the batter will be Rhys Hoskins.
All right, Tom, you mentioned Bassett trying to get that sinker down and the variety of pitches. Just visiting with him yesterday, he said, look, I don't expect to be the same pitcher I was more than a decade ago when he could grab mid to upper 90s consistently, but he feels good about how he's evolved. It's just he has to have better command, and that's gone, right, at least in the early going here tonight.
Rhys Hoskins with 5 grand slams in his career. DeLauder at third, Ramirez at second, Manzardo at first. Infield back, one down, scoreless first inning. The only right-handed batter in the lineup, Rhys Hoskins, the pitch, and he sends one high in the air to the third baseman, Kobe Mayo. Infield fly rule, 2 down, as Mayo makes the catch on Hoskins. Boy, this has happened a bunch to Cleveland. Get a runner to third, less than 2 out, and struggle to get that guy in. Now it's up to Daniel Schneemann. In his last 4 games, St. Louis and now tonight, Schneemann has played second base, center field, third base, tonight short. And he said before the game, I love it. The pitch. Curve hung outside, a ball. It's one thing to play all those positions. He plays them extremely well. Schneemann's also hot. 8 hits, last 16 at bats. The 1-0 pitch. Down and in, 2-0. Another good hitter's count. Bases loaded, 2 down. No score, Cleveland and Baltimore. Bassett, 26 pitches deep. The right-hander's ready, hands just above the belt, delivers. And it's in there, a strike. Throw back to second. Wide throw. Tag was made by Henderson as he was diving for the ball on the third base side of second. He maintained he tagged the head first sliding Ramirez going back to second as Basayo tried to backpick him. The Orioles decide not to challenge that call, but it was close. Wow. DeLauder at third, Ramirez at second, Manzardo at first. 2 down, no score, first inning. Schneemann awaiting the 2-1 pitch from Bassett. Here it comes. Checked on a fastball, outside corner, a strike. 91 miles per hour. And Bassett back in the count at 2-2. Dollar Bank, the proud banking partner of the Guardians, 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. The 2-2 swung on, fouled right side through the coaching box as Sandy Alomar backed out of the way. We'll do it again at 2-2 on what will be the 30th pitch of the inning for Chris Bassett. He's pitched with Oakland, the Mets, the White Sox, Toronto, now Baltimore. The 2-2. Curveball hit back up the middle. The second baseman charging. Jackson gloves, throws out Schneemann. And a great opportunity goes by the board for Cleveland. They loaded them up with 1 out. They made Bassett game a scoreless after 1 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. We go to the second inning, no score. Right-hander Tanner Bybee against Leody Tavares, switch-hitting center fielder, batting left-handed. Batting .375 as the pitch is in there for a called strike. Tanner Bybee made 22 pitches in that first inning, but stranded a pair. Bybee the wind and pitch to Tavares, and he cuts and misses on a hanging changeup. And the count is 0-2. When you get rust to bust, use PB Blaster. Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always working like a pro. Outfield around toward right, deeper than you might normally expect for Tavares. Light breeze blowing in, not much of a breeze, 64 degrees. The pitch, high fastball, and the count 1-2. Tanner Bybee out of Cal State Fullerton, 5th round pick in 2021. He deals, and a check swing. Looked like he went around, appeal at third. He didn't. Now the count 2-2. Boy, that was close. Now the 2-2. Ball up high, full count. This has been one of the issues for Tanner Bybee and why he's not getting deep into games. Gets ahead 2 strikes, but has had some difficulty putting hitters away once he gets them at 2 strikes. The pitch, and it's swung on a weak chopper to short. Ramirez cuts in front, gloves, throws, wide throw, diving backhanded catch by Hoskins, and a base hit. There was nothing you could do about that. Tavares can still really motor. Now Colton Cowser. Colton Cowser, left-handed batter in right field, hitting .211, 3 RBIs. Another former first-round pick by the Orioles. He was the 5th pick in the 2021 draft. When the Orioles had all of those big-time draft picks because they were losing 100 games every year. Not all of them have paid off. The pitch, runner goes, it's high, throw to second, and the tag not in time. Tavares got a good jump, first steal. So, Orioles get a runner at second, nobody out in the second, no score. And you think of Adley Rutschman, he was the first pick in the draft when he came out. Jackson Holliday, this guy. Cowser cuts and misses. And the count now 0-2. That doesn't always guarantee you success. Usually, though, if you're picking in the top 5, you're getting impact or franchise type players. The pitch now to Cowser. And it's down low. 1-2. In that draft that Cowser came in, later on, Arizona took Jordan Lawler. Andrew Painter went in that draft, number 13 to Philly. Will Bednar went number 14 to the Giants. Khalil Watson went number 16 to Miami. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Boy, it was a good curveball. Bybee with a strikeout, a second, retires Cowser. And Khalil Watson is really putting his name at the forefront of this organization's baseball thinkers and decision makers. Khalil Watson's off to a great start, playing center field for the Columbus Clippers. Keep an eye on Khalil Watson. Here's the pitch. Kobe Mayo takes down and away ball 1. Kobe Mayo, right-handed hitter. Bybee a check of second. The turn, but no throw. Back in the 2022 draft, the Orioles had the number 1 pick. That was Jackson Holliday. Now, He's out with a broken hamate, but they'll get him back. Kauser, the year before, was the 5th pick in the draft. Now the turn, the throw to second. Brito took the throw, but he was 8 feet behind the bag. Orioles' #1 pick in 2020 was Heston Kjerstad. They took him #2 overall. And he's hurt again, and he just has had a tough time staying healthy. The pitch, down and away, 2-0. 2019, #1 pick in the draft. Baltimore took Adley Rutschman. He's hurt now, but should be back soon, but he's coming off a disappointing year. The pitch, and it's down and in. They got Gunnar Henderson in the same draft that they got Adley Rutschman, #1 overall. They got Gunnar Henderson in the 2nd round. That's worked out. But again, a lot of early picks for Baltimore, and maybe haven't developed the way they anticipated. Now the 3-0. There's ball 4 outside. Bybee walks the #8 hitter, Kobe Mayo, batting .156. His 2nd walk. And now the Orioles, 1st and 2nd. 1 down. 2nd inning, no score. And Jeremiah Jackson, who's been Baltimore's best player, or at least you could argue that, he wasn't even going to make the team out of spring training until everybody got hurt. And he's batting .321, shares the team lead in RBIs, 14. The pitch, right-handed hitter almost got hit. Got out of the way from ball 1, and Tanner Bybee now scuffling to throw strikes. Tavares at 2nd, Mayo at 1st. 1 out, no score in the 2nd. The set, and the 1-0. Up and in, and down goes Jackson, and Tanner Bybee right now has just kind of lost command by a lot. And the count is 2-0 on Jeremiah Jackson. Jackson's taking a little extra time before he gets back in. He tentatively steps into the box, and the 2-0 delivery. Ripped to right, but foul. Boy, he is a good-looking hitter. Compact, short swing. 7 years in the minor leagues. Kind of a typical late bloomer, taking advantage of all the injuries. And now all of a sudden Baltimore's like, he's playing no matter who comes back. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Jeremiah Jackson. Swing and a miss. Oh, that was a good slow breaking ball. And they count 2-2. Good curveball from Tanner Bybee to make it a 2-2 count. 2 on, 1 out, no score, 2nd frame. Bybee checks 2nd. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip hung on to. Back-to-back curveballs. He gets Jackson. 2nd out, 3rd strikeout. And now back to the top of the order. 2nd time through, and this is Gunnar Henderson. This guy is some kind of dangerous. Robbed of a base hit on a diving catch in left by Angel Martinez to start the game. Henderson 4th in the league in homers with 6. And he sends this one high in the air. Deep left field. Back onto the warning track. Martinez makes the catch, and Tanner Bybee works out of it, and this game stays scoreless in the middle of inning number 2 on the Cleveland Clinic.
Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Only with Dollar Bank can you get a Cleveland Guardians debit card design and Guardians branded checks. And when you use your card at the Guardians team store online or at Progressive Field, you'll get a great deal on the latest officially licensed MLB gear too. To learn more, visit dollar.bank/baseball. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. The perks described herein are subject to change or termination without notice and at the sole discretion of Dollar Bank and or the Cleveland Guardians.
Big crowds tonight for Sugardale Dollar Dog Night at Progressive Field.
The sounds of summer. Nothing pulls fans to the concession stand like a Sugardale Dollar Dog. And don't forget, you can enjoy that same mouth-watering Sugardale hot dog at home. Slow smoked, perfectly seasoned, made right here in Ohio for over 100 years. Don't wait. Make tonight a Sugardale hot dog night.
Let's talk NOPEC. NOPEC uses the bulk buying power of nearly 1 million customers in over 250 Ohio communities to negotiate competitive electric and natural gas rates. They also work behind the scenes, challenging utility rate increases and fighting for consumer-friendly energy policies. For more than 25 years, NOPEC has been working to keep your energy bills affordable. Learn more at nopec.org or by calling NOPEC's 24/7 Customer Care Center.
Enjoy unlimited ballpark classics at your next Guardians game with new Bottomless Bites. These all-you-can-eat tickets include endless hot dogs, chips, popcorn, peanuts, and fountain sodas at select locations throughout Progressive Field. Learn more and get your Bottomless Bites ticket at Progressive Field. Learn more and get your Bottomless Bites tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Not a bad Friday night crowd gathering. No score and a curveball strike to Angel Martinez leading off the bottom of the second. Hitting .281, couple of homers, 9 RBIs for the switch hitter in left field tonight. Chris Bassett, bases loaded, 1 out in the first and got out of it. The pitch. And it's swung on, fouled into the seats behind the plate. And the count 0-2. You know, when the Guardians win, then Northeast Ohio Ford dealers will donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities. That supports expanded access to youth sports in Cleveland. The pitch. Fouled it at the plate. Boy, 3 straight curveballs from Bassett. Boy, was Chris Bassett good for Toronto last year when they put him in the bullpen for postseason. I don't know how you could pitch any better. And he pitched 7 different times in the postseason and gave up 1 run for the Blue Jays. Now the 0-2. High fastball and wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cleveland trying to continue their domination of Baltimore. They are 36-20 against the Birds since 2017. Martinez takes a high fastball, 2-2. Now the set. Now the 2-2. Swing and a weak ground ball, but it's in the hole and it trickles into left center for a base hit. Well, crazy game. You hit a rocket, somebody makes a great catch. Then you take a baseball and you couldn't roll it in a better spot than Martinez hit it, and he gets rewarded with a single. Here's Bo Naylor. Now, Bo Naylor has only faced Bassett 3 times, but in 2 of them, he took him deep. Left-handed hitting catcher, batting .158 this year. No homers, 2 RBIs. The pitch, and it's on the outer edge, a called strike with a sinker. Night game tomorrow, day game Sunday, then Houston in town. Now the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes, pitches slow curve outside, throw to second, got him! How did he throw him out on that pitch? 2-6 on the caught stealing. Wow. Angel Martinez caught for the first time this year. He had a good pitch to run on. And he's now 4 for 5 in the stolen base department. Well, base is empty. 1 down, no score, second inning. The pitch to Naylor. And it moved him off the plate inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next delivery missed down and in. 2-2. We're going to see Houston here starting Monday night. Their closer, Josh Hader, has now been put on the 60-day disabled list. Yikes. The 2-2. Swung on line to third, but caught by Mayo. He had to drop to a knee as there was a little English on that soft liner. 2 down, no score. Juan Brito, the batter, 1 for his last 18. Josh Hader, one of the best closers in the game, started the year with bicep tendonitis, so he didn't pitch in spring training. And now they put him on the 60-day, so he's done until probably the 1st of June. That pitch in there, a strike. Houston's had a lot of pitching woes here in the early going, which is why they're in dead last in the West at 8-12. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back and out of play, 0-2. You can't lose closers like Josh Hader, which makes what Cleveland did last summer even more remarkable. No score, second inning, 2 down. The pitch. In tight, almost nicked him on the arm. Brito with a 1-2 count. What a play Juan Brito made last night to save the game in the 9th inning. Bassett delivers. Brito taps it foul to the right. Well, we'll see Houston starting Monday, and tickets start at just $20 at CLEGuardians.com. Hot off the presses. Bassett, the wind and pitch. Swings and pulls a ground ball to first. Alonso makes the play himself, and we go to the third, scoreless at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Taylor Ward leads off the Baltimore third inning against Tanner Bybee. 2, 3, and 4 in the Orioles lineup. No score in the third. Ward flied out his first time up. Bybee's pitch, and it's in there. And we are pleased to be joined by Rajay Davis, the one and only.
That's me.
Celebrating 10 years.
10 years has gone by.
How did that happen?
Wow.
And you have a bobblehead? Huh? The 0-1 inside.
My first and only.
It's your first?
My first bobblehead, MLB. Yes. One moment to remember. And you know what? It's something I dreamed about. It really is.
The bobblehead or the home run?
The bobblehead. I'm talking about
The pitch is outside 2-1. I bet, though, you've got your son here who's a fifth grader, Jordan Michael.
Jordan Michael, yes.
When you were in fifth grade, did you dream of doing what you did against Aroldis Chapman?
I tell you what, we would play a lot of wiffle ball when I was in the fifth grade.
Bibby's pitch in there, 2-2.
And in our wiffle ball games, we pretended to be in the World Series. And we pretended to hit that home run in the World Series a lot. And one of my teammates actually created a mock of Fenway. So he had the big wall. No, literally. It was super cool. And so when we go out there and you hit that ball over Fenway, that big old wall, it felt like we was there.
So 19 feet here was nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the payoff, and a tie and a leadoff walk. Of course, Rajai Davis with, I still think it's the greatest moment in the history of this park since it opened in 1994 to tie Game 7 in the 8th inning against Aroldis Chapman. A 7-pitch at bat, following a 7-pitch at bat by Brandon Geyer, whose RBI double made it a 2-run game. Here's Pete Alonso stepping to the plate. The pitch, and it's in there, called strike. As you leave the on-deck circle, as you watched Brandon's at bat, what are you even thinking about?
I think we were kind of on the same wavelength, plays. Brandon, because he talks a lot. He's got the major league mindset now that he does, and we would talk about a lot of those kind of things. Just being prepared.
Ball gets away from Bo Naylor. He partially blocked it, but a wild pitch, and Ward gets there. So you're thinking,
but for me it was more preparation beforehand. Okay. I was expecting the moment. So the moment didn't creep up on me. I was ready for the moment, and I recognized the moment before I got there. Like, this is the moment I've been looking for the entire World Series. I was expecting to do something that was great. I really was. And, just to recognize the moment and to come through in that moment is another thing.
Now, when you're talking that way, Rajai, as Pete Alonso awaits the 1-1, runner at second, no score in the third, the 1-1, outside 2-1. Are you thinking home run, or are you just thinking get a good pitch to hit? What do you think about stepping in?
I'm thinking about battle. It's me versus you.
Okay.
Like, you're it's like basketball, one-on-one. I'm not playing against 8 or 9 other players. It's just me versus you. So I am.
Bibey's pitch smashed back up the middle. He gloves it. They've got a rundown between second and third. Taylor Ward is going to be in the rundown. Not long enough. He's tagged out between second and third, and Alonso couldn't get any further. Boy, Alonso smashed that up the middle. Bibey with a great stab, and then maintained his composure, and they get the lead runner Ward in that rundown between second and third. That's a big first out, and Alonso now at first, one down for Dylan Beavers. So are you thinking fastball, react slider, or what?
No, we're not thinking anything but fastball. At this moment, everyone knows Ross doesn't want to. He doesn't want to see any balls in the dirt. He's only calling fastballs, and for me personally, that was my third time facing that series. He had thrown me all fastball. That's number. It must be the 16th pitch he had thrown to me. 3 in the first game. A 6-pitch at bat in the second time I faced him, and then the 7
pitch at bat. Here's the pitch to Beavers, and he drives one to straightaway center. Kwan going back, makes the shoulder high catch. 2 down. So now, Rajai, you are fouling off fastball after fastball. Were you creeping up on the bat handle a little bit?
I had to. I was like, at that point during the season, for me, the bat was feeling extremely heavy, and so I've already went from whatever it was to a lighter bat. And now it's like it still feels heavy. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to swing a heavy bat against 100 miles plus. Okay, I want to be able to at least be able to get the head out if I need to, right? If he comes inside, I got to be able to get it out front. And I couldn't do that if the bat felt heavy mentally. So in my mind, I'm thinking if I can just make it feel lighter, right, and I can get it out front, I got a chance to at least hit the ball hard.
Oh, did you? A BB over the 19-foot wall to tie the game. The pitch in there, strike. I know you've seen the video now. Well, when you're running the bases, do you have any idea what you've just done?
No, at the moment, I'm like, is it possible that I just hit a home run in the World Series? In Game 7? Bottom of the 8th? Down by 2? Like, that can't be me, is it? And so it's like a shock to me.
Yeah.
Because these are the moments that all the kids dream of, but who gets to actually do it and get the opportunity to come up in that moment and deliver.
And I know you've seen the video as 0-2 the count here on Sam Basayo. No score, runner on. The pitch down and in, 1-2. When you look back at it now and you see the fans from both teams, your teammates like little leaguers leaping out of the dugout, what do you even think of now when you think of it? Do you get goosebumps like the rest of us?
You know, I do occasionally, but I remember most from that moment is the stories that I hear when I talk to guys like you, when I talk to the Hall of Famer, when I talk to current players, former teammates that I played with in the past. When they talk about it, they have a story that connects with me. So I get to hear thousands of different stories over the years because of that one moment.
And I got to believe you no longer have to take the garbage out to the end of the driveway, do you? Your wife is...
I'm still taking the garbage out.
What?
Yes, I still take the garbage out every Wednesday, in fact.
What the heck? The set and the 2-2 pitch from Tanner Bybee. Swinging a little tapper back up the middle. Gloved by the shortstop. Schneemann throws to first. End of inning. Rajay, none of us will forget it. We'll take it to our grave. One, when it happens to good, even feel better. But thanks for the greatest moment in the history of this park.
And thanks for one of the greatest calls in that moment. Make it special. Huh?
Thank you, my friend. Rajay Davis. He's got his own bobblehead and a moment that'll live forever in Cleveland. Scoreless here in the middle of the third.
Hi, Max the Bald Eagle from Marathon here. We asked people if they could do an impression of me. Have a listen.
You can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app.
That last one was pretty good. Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, Swagelok is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at Swagelok. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelok.com. That's jobs.swagelok.com.
Hey Guardians fans, are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? With the average homeowner having over $200,000 of home equity, hit it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Top of the order, bottom of the third, a 1-1 count on Stephen Kwan, and we thank Rajay Davis for joining us. Man, he is the best, isn't he? One of the all-time good people to ever play this game. Stephen Kwan backs away from a pitch inside, 2-1 the count. Boy, in a moment that I think all of us can picture it like it happened 5 minutes ago. Stephen Kwan lined out to center his first time up. This is the 10th anniversary. It'll be celebrated all summer long here in Cleveland. Kwan lines one by the diving Henderson into left center, a base hit. How in the world has 10 years gone by since that World Series? Chase DeLauder, the batter. He walked his only time up. Boy, Cleveland's had chances now. They've had the leadoff runner aboard in back-to-back innings. They had bases loaded, 1 out in the first, and Chris Bassett has kept this game scoreless. Here's DeLauder, walked his first time, takes ball 1 down and in. Robert Klavick of Broadview Heights trying to win the Hyundai Kona, courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter and your chance to win. The pitch swung on a high chopper to second. Jackson backhanded flip to second, 1. Relay to first, not in time by Henderson. Boy, DeLauder got down that line in a hurry. And it was a high enough chopper that it enabled him to beat the throw back to first. So Kwan forced out 1 down. Here's Jose Ramirez, walked his first time up. No score. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Right now, a pleasant night on the shores of Lake Erie. Blue skies, just the lightest of breezes blowing in. 64 degrees. Posey played deep toward right. Checks on a pitch that glanced off his bat for strike 1. It would have been ball 1. It was high. Jose Ramirez trying to do damage with 1 out, 1 on, third inning, no score. Chris Bassett sets, fires, and it's fouled off to the left. 0-2. Bassett simply knows how to pitch. He gets the very most out of everything he has. And that's why he's still going at age 27. I beg your pardon, 37. Now he steps off. Now the pitch leans him back. 1-2. Well, I'll tell you what, Sam Basayo, the catcher, he wants to throw to every base whenever he can when there are people on. He loves throwing. He's got a good arm and he is not afraid to use it. 1-2 the count on Ramirez. 1 out, 1 on, no score, third frame. The pitch outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Well, Bassett came in here with teams hitting .388 against him. Came in here with an ERA of 9. And yes, he's given up 3 hits, but no runs. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul upstairs. We'll do it again. At 2 balls and 2 strikes. Detroit's red hot. The Tigers have won 6 straight ball games. And the Tigers are in Boston tonight. Game will be getting underway shortly. Now the 2-2. Curveball backdoored him and missed. Also, how about San Diego? They're about to be sold. They've also won 8 in a row. San Diego Padres. The pitch, runner goes. Ramirez sends one high in the air, fairly deep right center. Kauser, the right fielder, retires Ramirez. 2 down, back to first is DeLauder. Padres are in Anaheim tonight with that 8-game winning streak. On the other end of the spectrum, 8 straight losses for the New York Mets. That was the story going into Wrigley. Now make it 9 in a row. The Mets got beat for their 9th straight loss, 12-4 by the Cubs. They're now 5.5 games out of first. Well, you wonder how long that's going to go before something drastic happens. The other thing, too, about the Mets, they're getting pummeled. They have a run differential of -22. No score, 3rd inning, 2 down for Kyle Manzardo. The pitch, and it's high, ball 1, 1-0.
David Stearns backed his manager publicly, and well, a lot of times that's not a good sign if you're the manager, if they have to say that.
So did Brutus. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit on a line to right, near the wall, though, to make the catch is Kauser. You could tell when it left the bat of Manzardo. Just didn't have quite enough. And that kind of a frustrating night for Cleveland. Feels like they should have a bunch, but it's scoreless after 3.
Fourth inning in downtown Cleveland, no score. Orioles and Guardians as Tanner Bybee gets back to it. And his pitch is down low to Leody Taveras, who reached on an infield single first time up. Bybee, like Chris Bassett, they've had to tiptoe in and out of trouble quite a bit tonight. Bybee less so. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the count's now 1-1. Bottom line, though, both pitching scoreless baseball through the first 3 innings. Guardians trying to make it 2 in a row over the Orioles. Here's Bybee's 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike right at the knees on the inside corner to Taveras. Seeing a lot of playing time in center early in the season with some of those injuries to both position players and pitchers for the Orioles. Boy, one of the hardest hit teams in baseball with injuries. Neck and neck with the Blue Jays. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Fairly deep. Going back on it is Martinez. He makes the catch just shy of the warning track in deep left. So one down. And here comes Colton Cowser, who struck out his first time up. When it comes to mental health, we are all part of the same team. Cleveland Clinic encourages taking time to reset, checking in with others, and asking for help when needed. A message from the Cleveland Clinic. Here's Cowser. A pitch from Bybee, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. Colton Cowser pinch hit last night. Now the starting lineup tonight for manager Craig Albernaz. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball, right side, scooped up by the second baseman. Brito throws on to first in time for the out. 2 up, 2 down. In this top half of the fourth inning, and Kobe Mayo will step in. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. They have the official jerseys and memorabilia with hats, hoodies, and more. Visit MLBshop.com/Guardians. Here's Mayo, walked his first time. A pitch to him. Swung on, and he wallops one high and deep to left. Way back there, and that ball is foul. Foul down the left field line off the bat of Mayo. And I don't think he's convinced. He was running hard out of the box, was halfway between second and third. And here comes Craig Albernaz. He may want an umpire's review on this. On a blast down the left field line just to make sure that wasn't fair. So it will be a crew chief's review on that towering shot down the left field line. And in a scoreless game, obviously, this is a huge review. The initial call, foul. And we'll see what they find in New York. There's some fans down there in those seats in the left field corner, and they're helping out as they were motioning foul. But of course they don't count. And they'll continue to review this in New York. Guardians and Orioles, no score here in the fourth inning. They play again tomorrow night at 6:10. Sunday, 1:40 first pitch. And Houston in town Monday and Tuesday nights. And Wednesday afternoon to wrap up the homestand. It's taking a while in New York before they render a final decision. So Bybee's going to take some warm-up tosses.
They better have a better angle than we had.
Yeah.
We have no idea whether that was fair or foul.
Here we go.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. It is a foul ball.
So maybe they did have a better angle as they confirm it. And Mayo will step back in after a long strike. It's 0-1. So Bybee back to work with 2 down, bases empty. Here comes his 0-1 delivery. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Good cutter that time from Bybee. Part of that fastball package that Tom was talking about earlier. He's been hit hard on the hard stuff. But so far tonight, just 2 hits allowed. He has walked 3, so there's been some traffic behind him on the bases. Now looking for a clean 4th. Here's the 0-2. Just a little bit high. Not by much. 1-2 the count. Trying to run that curve on the outer part of the plate. Just missed with it. Now the 1-2 pitch. Just missed again on another pitch low and outside. Bybee working in some off speed here. 2-2 the count. Mayo, big right-handed hitter with good power. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, ground ball near short, past the diving shortstop Schneemann. That's out into left center field for a base hit. Mayo's aboard with a 2-out single. And now the number 9 hitter, Jeremiah Jackson, steps in. Really has been a revelation this season for Baltimore. He struck out his first time up, came in batting .321. Originally in the Angels organization, and just a brief time with the Mets, and then last year caught fire in the minor leagues and earned his first major league call-up with the Orioles. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, chopped over the mound toward the second baseman Brito, who gloves and flips on to first for the out. Jackson's retired, so are the Orioles. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Baltimore nothing, the Guardians nothing.
Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Fans chanting, let's go, Bo. The pitch. Swung on a rocket. Deep right center. It's got a chance. Gone. Bo Naylor.
This is Bo Naylor. You're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is #1. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
If you've got spring fever, Lowe's has the cure. During Springfest, make your landscape stand out with 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot garden soil when you buy 3. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances to keep clothes, food, and dishes fresh all season long. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
No score, bottom of the fourth now as Chris Bassett goes back to work for the Orioles. One of the biggest pitches he made was back in the first inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. Popped up Rhys Hoskins, who leads it off here in the fourth inning, and he takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. That big loopy curveball from Bassett. We're up just outside Toledo, still with a lot of family there. I was saying yesterday, a lot of them will make the trek over for tonight's game. The 1-0. Fastball on the inside corner. 1-1 the count on Rhys Hoskins. Trying to catch fire here in the early going. He's had some moments. Proven power hitter for a lot of years. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, line, right side, base hit, right field. Hoskins aboard with a leadoff single, sharply hit the opposite way. And that'll bring up Daniel Schneemann. Little Ouchie's fidgets and sensory tools are made to support self-regulation, designed and manufactured right here in downtown Cleveland. Little Ouchie's squeeze, roll, relief. Schneemann digs in. Grounded out first time, and he bounces one to the second baseman Jackson. One play only, that's at first. And he does underhand it over there to retire Schneemann, but Hoskins able to move into scoring position at second base. So usually you need a little bit more than that to advance the runner, but Schneemann does. Angel Martinez, the batter. He singled his first time up. Continuing what has been a really impressive start to the season. Bassett delivers. Swung on, loop foul, back to the screen. 0-1 the count on Martinez. Get you the injury report this half inning. Presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. And a proud partner of the Guardians. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's that curve again. Nasty. And Martinez swung over it. Quickly it's 0-2 on Angel Martinez. For the Guardians, Gabriel Arias coming back from that hamstring injury. Great to see him at the ballpark, though, going through his rehab and trying to get back as quickly as possible. Here's the 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Andrew Walters is out with Columbus as he's continuing to make his way back from surgery last summer. And that's about it for the Guardians. A pretty small injury list. Not so for the Orioles. At one point, 13 men on the list. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Came back with the heat, and right now that's 91 for Bassett, but set up well, and as a result, Martinez was late. That's the first strikeout for Chris Bassett. Comes with 2 down in the 4th. Hoskins still at second in this scoreless game, and Bo Naylor will step in. As time allows, we'll run through some of those injured for Baltimore. But first, the pitch to Naylor. In tight, ball 1. Jackson Holiday. Surgery on a broken hamate bone. But he's getting closer. Eston Kierstad, right hamstring issue, the 1-0. Breaking ball, outside, 2-0. Jordan Westberg, that's the one that sounds like it could be a while, huh, Tom?
And I think he might be the most underpublicized, really good player the Orioles have. It's almost like he flies under the radar with all their high-profile prospects.
The 2-0. Swung on, popped him up, down the line, left side, foul and out of play.
Craig Alvarez was saying, if we could just keep our head above water and get most of these guys back without getting buried, because Rosie, they're missing half their ball club, and they're not missing weak links, they're missing some of their elite stars.
We always talk sometimes about the trade deadline, getting players back around that time. It's as good as making a trade. Here's the 2-1. Outside 3-1. They could win the trade deadline without making a trade.
Well, that's a great point. I mean,
if these guys come back, though, and for some of them, it's kind of iffy because of the nature of the injuries that they have. Here comes the 3-1. Off speed drops on the outside corner for a strike.
You know what's weird, too, Rosie, is how many young guys are hurt. It's not like they have a veteran team that you go, well, you have an old team. Older players get hurt. No, these are young guys.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, broken bat, roller, foul, dribbling up the third base line, and then parts of the bat went flying as it exploded on Naylor, and he'll need some new lumber for the next pitch from Bassett. And gosh, we say it every offseason, isn't that the X factor? Injuries. And this was a team a lot of folks thought was kind of one of those under the radar contenders that could surprise and bounce back, and they may yet, but they'll have to survive some injuries early to do it. Here's the payoff to Naylor. Swung on, ground ball, right side, scooped up on the backhand by Alonso, who flips to the pitcher covering in time for the out. Side retired, 4 complete, still no score in downtown Cleveland. Hey, don't forget, for every Guardians home run this season, Davy Tree's Swing for the Trees program is committed to planting a tree in Northeast Ohio. Another home run, another tree planted by Davy Tree. None yet tonight. Ozzie hit one last night. And earlier this week, members of the front office were helping the folks at Davy Tree plant 30 new trees throughout the city of Cleveland. So good stuff from Davy Tree. Top of the lineup, Gunnar Henderson. He's flied to left twice. One was a liner to open the game. A nice catch was made by Angel Martinez in left. Here's the pitch to Henderson. And it's down low for ball one. Well, just thinking back to last night, ninth inning. He hit that fly ball with the bases loaded, and the way the wind was blowing, the 1-0 swung on. He pops it up foul, and it's out of play. I mean, the wind had just kicked up, and you thought, oh man. But he has that type of swing where everything seems to just jump off his bat. Ended up being caught. The Guardians survived the ninth. Here comes the 1-1 to Henderson from Tanner Bybee. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Henderson had to deal with some injuries a year ago, but 24, hit 37 home runs, 28 the year before. One of the best younger players in the game at just 24 years of age. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. There's a good sharp curve that time from Tanner Bybee. One down. Now Bybee's battling tonight, and he's held the Orioles off the scoreboard into the fifth. Good bounce back from his last start Sunday in Atlanta. Turner Ward, the batter. Ward has flied to center and walked in 2 trips. Bybee now with 4 strikeouts. The right-hander delivers. Down low, ball one. Missed with the sinker. Here comes the 1-0 to Ward. Swung on, ripped towards short. Diving stop, Schneemann to his feet. Throws to first. Got him. Oh, what a play by Schneemann. All right, which position is his best?
I mean, that's why it's a great question, because I wouldn't have an answer, Rosie, and it's why Voter says he's the best athlete on this team.
We haven't seen him much at short just because others are there, but that was a fantastic play. Diving in the hole between third and short, and then to his feet with plenty of arm to get it there. Wow. Pete Alonso steps in, and he swings, rips one to short under the glove. This time of Schneemann. Boy, had he come up with that one. Maybe Gold Glove consideration as a utility guy, and they have that. And he may yet be in consideration for that this year.
That's a good point. You know, I mean, it's one thing, Rosie, to play a couple of positions, but he's playing third, short, second, and center. Your critical spots.
Here's Dylan Beavers. A walk and a fly ball to center. Here's the pitch to him. He shows bunt and takes a strike. Alonso at first. The Guardians will take that. Beavers has some power if he wants to bunt. With 2 outs, and they say go ahead. 0-1 the count. No score, 5th inning. Bybee's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Just getting back to Schneemann. He grew up a shortstop, so that's where it started, but as he's gotten deeper into pro ball, first in the minor leagues and now in the big leagues with Cleveland, he's just branched out seemingly every year to another position and learned to play them well. 0-2 the count. Long set, now the pitch. Just missed outside. So it's 1-2 on Beavers. Pete Alonso, not a threat to run at first base. Hoskins holding him on over there at first. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bybee fans Beavers. Side retired. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score. Guardians and Orioles in downtown Cleveland.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ew. For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich. But you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it. Every time.
Now, enjoy a Filet-O-Fish and a 10-piece McNuggets. Mix and match any two for just $6 at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Single item at regular price cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Attention on deck. Calling all Cuyahoga County vets. We are the Veteran Service Commission, your forward operating base. From VA claims and financial assistance and more, we got your 6. Visit us today at 3950 Chester Avenue.
Recently, our company softball team lost a big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Juan Brito leads it off for the Guardians, bottom of the 5th, and he swings and fouls one back from Chris Bassett, the veteran starter for the Orioles, who has had his struggles in his first 3 starts of the year. Not tonight. This is his best start so far, and the pitch to Brito swung on, popped up on the infield. The shortstop Henderson makes the catch behind the second base bag. So 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup for Stephen Kwan. Don't forget, now through May 31st, upload your KeyBank credit or debit card to your Guards wallet within the MLB Ballpark app. Then you can receive $5 of loaded value to spend on food, beverage, or merchandise here at the ballpark, courtesy of KeyBank. Kwan looks at a breaking pitch. Outside, ball 1. Stephen Kwan 1 for 2 tonight. Singled his first time up. Bassett lets it fly. Breaking ball in tight. 2-0. Tom mentioning earlier, Chris Bassett worked the postseason out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays last year. After starting all season, the 2-0 in tight, 3-0. He had suffered a back injury, and Bassett was saying yesterday down in the clubhouse that that's all he could do. He could give them short spurts, but to try and start games was out of the question. Here's the 3-0. Strike called on the inside corner, 3-1. And it's really one of the few times in his career he's worked out of the pen, and he enjoyed it. Obviously, always wants to be a starter, but in that setting, the 3-1. Outside and high, ball 4. Kwan draws a walk. Guardians have a base runner. As Chase DeLauder steps in with 1 away. And Baltimore challenged that, and Kwan's eye was correct, as was the home plate umpire. So Baltimore is down to 1 challenge. Now DeLauder steps in. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. DeLauder has walked, bounced into a fielder's choice. Looking to get into one here on Bassett. The pitch swung on and he launches it high and deep to right near the corner. Racing over there, trying to make the catch in the corner is Cowser. Did he? Cowser comes out of there and is slow to get up as he slammed into the wall in the right field corner. And the trainer's going out there to have a look. We lost sight of him as it goes into that corner down the right field line. But obviously foul ball, and he is slow to get up, looking at his knee. Let's see if we can get a second look at that on our monitors here to see exactly what happened. But Colton Cowser went a long way on that high fly ball down the right field line that did not leave the ballpark for DeLauder. And that's why Cowser had an opportunity to make a play but paid the price. Boy, again, the Orioles already beset by injuries. And actually Cowser made the catch in the corner there, so the out was recorded for the second out in the inning. But then he banged his knee up against the padding on a fine play by Colton Cowser. And we may see reinforcements coming in for the Orioles as Jonathan Rodriguez has popped out of the dugout to play catch. Cowser's not coming out. He's going to stay in after a fine catch in the corner in foul territory. DeLauder's retired, and Jose Ramirez will bat with 2 outs and Quan at first base. Ramirez walked his first time up, flied to right last time. No score. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. As Chris Bassett and Tanner Bybee have been bobbing and weaving tonight. There's been base runners in every inning, but so far no one's been able to push a run across. Can Ramirez take care of that here in the 5th with 2 down? Here's Bassett's pitch. Outside, ball 1. Guardians wearing their City Connects tonight. Those blue jerseys with the block CLE across the front. Now the 1-0 pitch from Bassett. Up and in, ball 2. Light breeze blowing in from right center. Which you kind of figured based on the forecast for colder weather over the weekend. The 2-0 breaking ball drops on the outside corner for a strike. Boy, there was that slow curve from Bassett, a beauty. And it's 2-1 on Ramirez. Quan off the bag at first. Here's the pitch. Outside with a fastball. 92 miles an hour. 3-1 the count on Ozzie. And Cal Manzardo, he waits on deck. He has swung the bat better for the last week or so, trying to become that dangerous hitter behind Ramirez. Now the 3-1. Swung on, ripped foul off the netting above the Orioles dugout on the first base side. So 3-2 the count on Ramirez. And the serenade cranking up here at Progressive Field for Hosey. Payoff pitch coming. Bassett lets it fly. Off speed, low and away. Ball 4. So a couple of walks this inning, and the Guardians have runners at first and second with 2 down. And Kyle Manzardo will bat. Enbridge Gas, Ohio would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or a contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. It is simple and free. Just dial 811. Drew French, the pitching coach, is out to the mound for the Orioles. We'll have some action going in their pen. Yainer Cano is starting to loosen up. Manzardo will bat with a single his first time up. He flied to right last time. And again, he has swung the bat better, making solid contact. Really made an effort to stay with an approach that he thought would work. Trying not to tinker too much, and the base hits are starting to fall now for him. Here's the pitch. Off-speed breaking ball in there for a strike. Good curve from Bassett. He's up to 92 pitches now, so you kind of figure this is it for him. Trying to make it through 5 in a scoreless game. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Got the fastball past him at 90 miles an hour and had some cut to it. So it's 0-2 on Manzardo. Trying to zero in on the hard stuff and adjust if needed. The 0-2, swung on, foul back. Count remains 0-2. Two down. Good speed on the bases with Kwan at second, Ramirez at first. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball missed outside. Ball 1. One and two the count on Manzardo. Bassett's ready. Here it comes. Swung on, popped him up, foul, third base side. Mayo gives it a look, but he's out of room. And it's now a still a 1-2 count on Manzardo. And this is how it's been a lot of the night. Some deep counts. And a lot of pitches thrown by Bassett just to make it through 5, but he's held Cleveland off the board as the 1-2 is in the dirt, pops free on Basayo, and that allows Kwan to move up to third. Ramirez stayed at first on a wild pitch from Chris Bassett. So it's now first and third with a 2-2 count on Manzardo. Manzardo digs in again. Bassett's ready to work. Here's his 2-2. Swung on, fouled back and out of play. Good at bat here by Kyle Manzardo to spoil some pitches from Bassett. Trying to get one he can drive. He's got good power. So far just the 1 home run on the season, but 27 a year ago. And really the breakout year for him at the major league level. Here's the 2-2. There goes Hosey. The pitch is a breaking ball outside. No throw down to second as Ramirez steals the base. Kwan remains at third. And that's number 9 on the season for Ramirez. So second and third now with a 3-2 count on Manzardo. Rhys Hoskins waits on deck. Bassett with the 3-2. Called strike 3. Fastball caught the inside corner. Manzardo caught looking. Side retired. We head to the 6th. Guardians nothing, Orioles nothing.
Well, we've got a doozy here. No score. 4 hits apiece. 6th inning upon us. Best outing of the young campaign for Tanner Bybee. The number 5 hitter, Sam Basayo, cuts and misses. Strike 1 on a great changeup. Basayo has struck out, grounded out. Left-handed hitting catcher. Bybee, 84 pitches through 5 shutout innings. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. The pitch tapped towards the third base foul line. Off the mound, bare hand grab and throw by Bybee. And he gets Basayo for out number 1. Here's Leody Taveras, 1 for 2 with an infield hit. Baltimore tonight has stranded 7, and they've gone 0 for 5 with men in scoring position. Cleveland has stranded 7, and Cleveland's gone 1 for 6 with men in scoring position. Now Bybee rocks into his delivery, and the pitch waved at, strike 1. Boy, right now, Tanner Bybee seems to be getting better as the game goes on. Another good changeup. The pitch in the dirt, skipping away, was Taveras. Right-hander Connor Brogdon warming in the Cleveland pen. Baltimore will have a new relief pitcher because Chris Bassett had 100 pitches through 5. Well, the New York Mets lost their 9th consecutive game today. Now the 1-1 waved at, 1 and 2. Things are so bad that Mr. and Mrs. Met, the 2 baseballs, have filed for divorce.
No.
They had a good run. Mets are now 7-13 and got pummeled by the Cubs, 12-4. $500 million doesn't get you what it used to. That pitch outside, 2-2 the count. Francisco Lindor had a couple of hits today, but Lindor is still only batting .200 with a .610 OPS. And Juan Soto is hurt. Now the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air. Fairly deep right center. Taveras will be retired by DeLauder. The right fielder pulls it down. 2 down. Marcus Semien, whom they acquired, batting .211. OPS .565. The Mets aren't doing anything well. And the Cubs bludgeon them today. Two down, scoreless game. Colton Cowser takes down and in, ball 1. Now that was the only day game today, which is typical at Wrigley. They always play day games on Friday. Now the 1-0 waved at, 1-1. Pittsburgh leads Tampa Bay 1-0. They're in the 5th. Tampa's won 6 straight. Atlanta pummeling Philly 7-0 in the 4th. The pitch checked and took a strike, 1-2. My goodness, Bybee's changeup this inning unhittable. Giants beating up Washington 8-3 in the 4th. No score, Kansas City and the Yankees in the 4th. Detroit and Boston scoreless in the 4th. Tigers have won 6 in a row. No score here in Cleveland, 6th inning, and the 1-2 delivery. High, 2-2. Milwaukee and Miami scoreless in the 3rd. Scoreboard update brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Now the windup. Now the pitch. Swung on, grounded sharply, but right to the second baseman. Brito fires over to first, and 96 pitches through 6 innings. A tremendous outing for Tanner Bybee, and he has gotten no score, middle of the 6th. This is the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hey Cleveland, are you looking to score big with your home equity? Union Home Mortgage will help you unlock the value of your home and fund the promises you've made to yourself and your family. Visit UHM.com and score financial freedom today.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else. All to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Just a terrific outing for Chris Bassett, who was drafted by the White Sox in 2011 out of the University of Akron. Get you a station ID here at some point. And now we'll see an Orioles bullpen that has been just so-so. Here's one of their better ones, hard-throwing right-hander, Yennier Cano. No score. Rhys Hoskins digs in, takes down and away a slider. Cano is coming on for the 10th time. He's got a win, a loss, a 1.59 ERA. The pitch, and he missed down low, 2-0. Boy, Chris Bassett made 100 pitches in 5 innings. Shut out Cleveland on 4 hits, walked 4, struck out 2. The big inning was the first. Now the 2-0, inside 3-0. Cleveland loaded up the bases in the first inning, and Chris Bassett got Rhys Hoskins to pop up, and then Daniel Schneemann to ground out. Heck of an effort by Chris Bassett. Now the 3-0 pitch. Way outside, and a 4-pitch walk by Cano out of the bullpen. And Rhys Hoskins is aboard, and here comes Daniel Schneemann. Get you a station ID here in just a moment. We'll keep teasing you until Brian Matze gives up. Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon, driven together. Right-handers ready. Cano's pitch. Schneemann takes a strike. Cano, last 3 years with Baltimore, has averaged 69 appearances per season. Outfield the other way toward left. Schneemann cuts and misses. And the count 0-2. Now the right-hander. He's ready. Here it comes. And a swing to line right, base hit to left. On a 2-strike pitch. Schneemann shoots one the other way. And a base hit to left, advancing Rhys Hoskins to second. And we'll take that station ID right now. Tom Hamilton here with you on this very delightful Friday night on the shores of Lake Erie, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze, squaring Devon Angel, make that Angel Martinez. Bunts it foul, third base side, strike one. Martinez has singled and struck out. Hoskins at second, Schneemann at first. No score, sixth inning. And Angel Martinez trying to get a sac bunt down. Cano checks the runners. Steps off. Martinez has one sac bunt this year. Cleveland has 3 as a team. The pitch, he squares, and he almost got hit in the foot. I don't know how he picked that foot in time to avoid getting hit. And a nice block at the plate by Basayo to keep the ball from going to the backstop. That would have been disaster for the Orioles. Again, in on the corners. Armeo at third, Alonso at first. The pitch down and in. He almost again hit Martinez. He keeps yanking that pitch. He's now going to be visited by Basayo. Cano is a guy that still throws in the mid-90s with his sinker and his four-seam fastball, and he's got the slider, and right now he's going more with a splitter than he is a changeup. Again, he looks in. 2-1 the count. Again, pinching in are the Orioles. The pitch, a bunt attempt, and he missed it. Boy, Angel Martinez has not looked very comfortable bunting. And again, these are the little things. If you're Angel Martinez, you've got to be able to get that bunt down. Not just Angel Martinez, but really any player. But the pitch, and he swings through it. Struck him out. Well, that's why. Now the runners stay at first and second. Now there's one out, and Bo Naylor, the batter's lined out and has grounded out. Again, for Cleveland to be successful, they just have to do the little things. They don't have enough thump to just go out and out-hit their mistakes. The pitch to Bo Naylor. And it's down and in, ball one. It's not like he's not trying to get the bunt down, don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those things you're expected to be able to execute in a key spot. That pitch downstairs, ball 2, 2-0. Let's see if Bo Naylor makes it a moot point. Still no score in this ball game. First and second, one down, sixth inning. Now the pitch. Swing and a double play ball to short. Henderson runs to second. Steps, throws, not in time. That took way too long to develop. Henderson had a double play ball hit to him at short. He was going to throw to Jackson and then elected to run to the bag instead. And he had too far to run, and by the time he got there and threw to first, Naylor beat it out. And Craig Alvarez is going to make another pitching change as Cleveland's got an opportunity. The inning should have been over. Boy, oh boy, how many times have we said the double? Many times they come back to haunt you. Let's see if that's the case here with the Baltimore Orioles. Instead of the inning being over, it's first and third, 2 down. Cleveland and Baltimore. No score in this game. And this pitching change brought to you by Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Visit SpartanStormShield.com. We'll be back.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is offering a free roof analysis covering the 7 most common problem areas. If you want the kind of protection that doesn't leak, the Gold Glove defense in every season, call your local family-owned Spartan Storm Shield. Call 330-SPARTAN to schedule your free roof inspection today. Again, that's 330-772-7826 or visit SpartanStormShield.com.
2026 will be a banner year as we celebrate 50 years of the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame. Our brand new museum features interactive displays and unique storytelling of our region's greatest athletes and personalities. 540 legends from Jesse Owens to Carol Heiss-Jenkins, Katie Moon, and Stipe Miocic. Visit clevelandsportshall.com to learn how your nonprofit youth sports group could earn grant funding. Follow us on X, Instagram, and all social media.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, SwageLock is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at SwageLock. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelock.com. That's jobs.swagelock.com.
Well, the Orioles want to play matchup baseball right now. And so Grant Wolfram, a 6'7", 240-pound left-hander, is on with 2 down. Guardians at the corners. No score in the 6th. Juan Brito batting right-handed. And the pitch, and it's in there, a strike. Brito 1 hit in his last 20 at-bats. Wolfram, in 8 appearances, a win, a 3.38 ERA, 13 strikeouts, no walks, 8 innings. The pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Wolfram, sinker, curve, slider, and a 4-seam fastball, mid-90s. Here it comes. Swing and a foul at the plate, fought off a curveball. Count remains 0-2 with Hoskins at third, Naylor at first. 2 down. No score, 6th inning. Grant Wolfram, his 2nd year in the big leagues with Baltimore. He delivers. Brito swings and fouls it back. He jammed him, but Brito fought it off. Still an 0-2 count. Wolfram went to Central Michigan University. Now the 0-2. Got him swinging at a curveball in the dirt. Basayo lobs it to first to complete the strikeout of Brito. Boy, once again, first and second, nobody out. And Cleveland's just not been able to get a clutch hit tonight in scoring position. Scoreless after 6. heck of an outing by Tanner Bybee here tonight, the best of this young season. And he certainly did his job. No score as we go to inning number 7, and Hunter Gaddis off the injured list on that road trip is on the pitch now for Cleveland. Fastball, slider, changeup for the big right-hander. Kobe Mayo leads it off and takes a first pitch strike. Mayo hitting near the bottom of the order, has walked and singled tonight, came in batting 156. Righty-righty matchup. The next delivery, bullseye. 0-2 the count. Tanner Bybee, 96 pitches in 6 shutout innings, 4 hit baseball, struck out 5, walked 3. He got better and better and better as the game went on. The pitch. Got him swinging. Good slider by Gaddis, wipes out Kobe Mayo. And the thing about Tanner Bybee, he had better command of his fastball tonight, and his changeup was as good as we have certainly seen this year. It was unhittable. Here's Jeremiah Jackson. Strikeout, ground out. The set and the pitch. And he cuts and misses, strike 1. This is Hunter Gaddis's second appearance, and he admitted when he was in St. Louis the other night, he said, man, I was amped up. I just was so fired up to be out there. Now you're seeing the real Hunter Gaddis. Got that first one under the belt. The pitch waved at. Right now his slider is a thing of beauty. 0-2 the count. No score here in the 7th inning. The next pitch, check swing. He went around. Got him on a slider. Jeremiah Jackson is out number 2, strikeout number 2. So 2 down in the 7th, no score. And it's the top of the order. And it's Gunnar Henderson 0 for 3. The pitch. And Henderson cuts and misses, strike 1. Well, there's an awful happy grandpa and grandma to be. The pitch outside, not by much, 1-1. Scott and Shelley Bybee, that's Tanner's mom and dad. They learned tonight when their son Tanner took the mound that they're going to be grandparents. The pitch down and in, ball 2, 2-1. They got a baby granddaughter coming. Tanner tonight did a gender reveal for his brother Cameron and sister-in-law Kaylin. The pitch, and it swung on a miss, 2-2. Tanner wore the pink shoelaces, and when we're on the road trip, in a recent road trip, Tanner's dad Scott says Tanner knows whether it's going to be a niece or nephew, and the grandpa and grandma don't know if it's a boy or a girl. The pitch swung on, whacked foul down the right side. So pretty neat that tonight Tanner Bybee wore pink shoelaces for his brother Cameron and sister-in-law Kaylin. He did the gender reveal for his brother and sister-in-law, and congratulations to all the Bybees. Terrific family. Now the 2-2 to Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. Bat goes flying as Gunnar Henderson, not a happy bird. It's stretch time at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Cleveland, Baltimore, scoreless on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Snap! Snap!
This is the call of the Alaskan chili bird.
Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold.
And this is the call of the marathon mascot bald eagle, Max.
Hi, it's Max.
Hello.
Did you know you could save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app?
No.
Thanks for the call.
Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
It takes power to go the distance, in the field or on the job. That's why the Ford F-150 is built for workdays that run deep into extra innings and weekends that swing for the fences. From hauling gear to hosting tailgates, F-150 delivers legendary capability wherever you play. As the official truck of the Cleveland Guardians, it's ready for every season. Score yours today at your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer. Ford F-150, built Ford tough.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Enjoy unlimited ballpark.
Restrictions apply.
Enjoy unlimited ballpark classics at your next Guardians game with new bottomless bites. These all-you-can-eat tickets include endless hot dogs, chips, popcorn, peanuts, and fountain sodas at select locations throughout Progressive Field. Learn more and get your bottomless bites tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Stephen Kwan facing the lefty Grant Wolfram. His second inning. He got the final out in the sixth. Gets a strike to Kwan. No score, bottom of the seventh. Kwan has lined out, singled, walked. The pitch. And he painted the outside corner. Another called strike. 0-2. Wolfram. Hands just above the belt, delivers way outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon driven together. Heck of a game in Cleveland, scoreless in the seventh. The next delivery. Swung on, grounded back up the middle. Jackson at second, bobbles it. Everybody safe. Would have been close if he makes the play. Kind of circled behind it, then came charging in near the bag at second. The second baseman bobbled it, couldn't handle it. And Jackson's going to get charged with an error. Again, don't know if he'd have had Quan at first, but nonetheless, an error is the call. And on Jeremiah Jackson, that may open up a door. Here's Chase DeLauder. And a pitch clock violation on Wolfram. That makes it a 1-0 count on DeLauder. The choir at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario singing Country Roads. Next up, a serenade of Jose, 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 Jose. Now the 1-0 to DeLauder. And he drills it down the left field line. Base hit. Kicks off the sidewall toward the corner. Quan on his way to third. DeLauder with a double. Oh, there's a piece of hitting. Chase DeLauder snaps an 0 for 13 skid. Shot a BB down that third base side and down the left field line toward the corner. His fifth double. And that's what makes him so dangerous. The ability for the left-handed Chase DeLauder to hit the left-hander. In this case, Chase Wolfram. And now Jose Ramirez will be intentionally walked. That'll load up the bases. Chase DeLauder this year is hitting .333 against lefties. And the bases are loaded on the intentional walk to Jose Ramirez. And here comes Kyle Manzardo. The set, the infield in. The pitch. Swing and a chopper foul by Sandy Alomar at first. Cleveland had bases loaded, 1 out in the first and did not score. Now bases loaded, nobody out. Here in the 7th inning, infield in. The 1-strike pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play to the left, 0-2. Just about 24,000 here tonight, 23,988. They're ready to get the weekend started with a party that'll carry through to the Cavs playoff opener tomorrow, right next door, and then the Guardians tomorrow night. What a weekend. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase the slider down and away. Oh, what a big strikeout for Wolfram. And we'll have another Baltimore pitching change as the bases stay loaded. There's one down in the 7th. There's no score from Cleveland. We'll be back.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is offering a full areas. If you want the kind of protection that doesn't leak, the Gold Glove defense in every season, call your local family-owned Spartan Storm Shield. Call 330-SPARTAN to schedule your free roof inspection today. Again, that's 330-772-7826 or visit SpartanStormShield.com.
What makes Ford F-150 the official truck of the Cleveland Guardians? Capability is the name of the game. With the power of a cleanup hitter, the off-road ability of a Gold Glover, and the versatility of a utility player, F-150 is built Ford tough and made for Guardians fans. See your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer today.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates to third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Well, we're going to get a look at a right-hander, Anthony Nunez, to match up against Rhys Hoskins. This ball game still scoreless. Cleveland now with the bases loaded, one down in the 7th. The Guardians are 1 for 10 tonight when they've had a runner in scoring position. Anthony Nunez, 6'2", 2 1/4. The right-hander, 24 years of age. Nunez is a guy that throws his fastball in the mid-90s, his sinker in the mid-90s. He's also got a cutter, a slider, and a changeup. So Nunez to face the right-hander. Rhys Hoskins, infield double play depth. The pitch, a slider way outside, ball 1. This year, Nunez in 8 appearances, a 1.04 ERA. 11 strikeouts, only 1 walk in 8 2/3. Bases loaded, 1 down, no score. The pitch, swing and a miss, threw it by him. Good sinker. Quan at third, DeLauder at second, Ramirez at first, infield back, outfield, just a tad toward left, medium deep. Now the 1-1 to Hoskins. Swings and fouls it off. A changeup. Hoskins mad at himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Nunez's first year in the big leagues. When he began his minor league journey, he was a hitter. The 1-2, swing and a miss, struck him out with a slider. Can Baltimore get out of another bases loaded situation? Cleveland loaded them up, 1 down in the 1st, didn't score. They have loaded them up. Nobody out in the 7th. Nobody has scored yet. Here's Daniel Schneemann, 1 for 3 with a single. He's been one of Cleveland's best hitters here this season. 2 down, bases loaded. The pitch, waved at, strike 1. Nunez. the Miami native. The 0-1 pitch. Swung at and blasted to deep right. Away, back and gone. A grand slam to right for Daniel Schneemann. How about that? And the Guardians take a 4-0 lead on one swing of the bat. Daniel Schneemann's second career grand slam. And oh my, did he tee off on a 97-mile-an-hour heater. And he hit it 407 feet into the lower deck and right. And it's 4-0 Cleveland. And a night of total frustration is wiped out with one swing of the bat. Here's Angel Martinez batting left-handed. The pitch, it's high and outside for ball one.
And Schneemann has just consistently had good at-bats since the season began. You could see it in spring training. He came in extremely prepared.
Now the 1-0 pitch to Martinez. Swung on, skied in the air to deep center. Tavares going back, now backpedaling in front of the track and makes the catch. But Daniel Schneemann brought almost 24,000 out of their seats with a grand slam to right. 4-0 Cleveland. The 8th is next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Sean Armstrong will take over in the 8th inning. It's 4-0 Cleveland. Taylor Ward, the number 2 hitter, will open it up. Armstrong, the set, the pitch, and it just missed outside, ball one. 4-0 Cleveland. Armstrong's ready. Here it comes. And it's in there, a strike. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Sean Armstrong, fastball, sinker, cutter, slider, gets it up there in the mid-90s. He's ready. He fires, and it's down and away, a ball. Hunter Gaddis tonight absolutely overmatched Baltimore in a 1-2-3-7 with 3 strikeouts. The 2-1 pitch. Bullseye, or is it? No challenge. Wow, that looked right down Euclid Avenue. 3-1 the count on Ward, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Armstrong's next offering. And the left fielder takes, I guess, low again. 8th inning, Cleveland's got both challenges remaining, but Bo Naylor must firmly believe neither pitch was there. So no challenge. Here's Pete Alonso. Sean Armstrong, 10th outing, 1-0, ERA 2.08. He's punched out 12 in 8 2/3. There's a called strike on a sinking fastball to the right-handed hitting Pete Alonso, who's 2 for 3 with a couple of singles.
62 Eric Sabrowski now warming the Cleveland pen. 62 Sabrowski.
Now the 0-1 delivery. Wow. I tell you what, he's not missing, if he is missing, by more than a fraction of an inch. The 1-1 from Armstrong to Alonso. That hit him. He got hit on the hand, and the first 2 Orioles are aboard, with Cleveland up 4-0 in the 8th inning. And Dylan Beavers will be the batter. Eric Sabrowski warming in the Cleveland bullpen. See your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. They've got the trail dominating new Toyota Tacoma. It's got the iForce Max hybrid engine. Toyota, let's go places. The esteemed pitching coach Carl Willis. He is out to the mound to see what's up. There's a bit of news today that is certainly very relevant. The Kansas City Royals got some great news. The city of Kansas City approved up to $600 million in public funding for a new downtown stadium. The city council voted to advance the almost $2 billion ballpark project, and that's the Royals' strongest position yet to get a stadium deal done. Great news for the Royals. Here's the left-handed hitting Dylan Beavers. He takes high, ball 1. Now, where in downtown Kansas City that might be? There's a lot of talk about a couple of places, but biggest news is getting that okay. Now the set and the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. The thing that may have helped the Royals more than anything, the Kansas City Chiefs leaving Missouri for Kansas. The city of Kansas City, most of it in Missouri, saying, we're not losing another pro franchise. Now the set, now the 2-0 pitch. That's low and inside, 3-0. And Sean Armstrong, I don't think he's convinced that a home plate umpire, Nate Tomlinson's vision is at its best. (3-0) the count on Beavers, the left-handed hitter with power. He takes the strike. Beavers, coming into this season, was considered Baltimore's second best prospect behind the guy on deck, Sam Basayo. Played at Cal Berkeley. Now the 3-1 pitch. I guess it was low, ball 4. And the Orioles, with one swing of the bat, could tie the game. And Stephen Vogt, after 2 walks and a hit batter, is going to make a Pitching change, Eric Sabrowski being summoned. This game's not over yet by any means. Man, nothing comes easy. Guardians, 4-0 Cleveland will be back.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is offering a free roof analysis covering the 7 most common problem areas. If you want the kind of protection that doesn't leak, the Gold Glove defense in every season, call your local family-owned Spartan Storm Shield. Call 330-SPARTAN to schedule your free roof inspection today. Again, that's 330-772-7826 or visit SpartanStormShield.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ew. For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
This is interesting. Jonathan Rodriguez will pinch hit for Sam Basayo. Manager Craig Alvarez not wanting a left-on-left matchup, so Eric Sabrowski to face the former Cleveland Guardian. Bases loaded, nobody out, 8th inning, 4-0 Cleveland. The pitch swung on line to right field. DeLauder right there to make the catch. Tagging and scoring is Taylor Ward. Holding are Alonso and Beavers. So 1 pitch out, sac fly on a line drive to right. But Baltimore needs a whole lot more than that. So it's now 4-1, Cleveland with the lead. Orioles at first and second, 1 down. Leody Tavares will bat right-handed. Eric Sabrowski finally gave up runs the other night in St. Louis on the J.J. Weatherholt home run. Sabrowski's been magnificent. ERA of 10. Beg your pardon, of 2 in 10 games. Pitch down and in. 9 scoreless outings, and then gave up 2 runs the other night in St. Louis. Alonso at second, Beavers at first, 1 out. 4-1 Cleveland in the 8th. The pitch down low, and the count 2-0. Leody Tavares 1 for 3 tonight. Sabrowski, he's ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball. 2-1. The next offering. Swung on, fouled out of play to the right. 2-2. Detroit and Boston, that game is scoreless in the 7th inning. Playing that one at Fenway. Tigers have won 6 in a row. Now the set. Now the 2-2 pitch. Way outside and low, full count. Boy, Baltimore hasn't had a base hit, but got 3 guys on board on 2 walks and a hit batter. Sac fly, now full count on Tavares. Now the 3-2. Swung on, fouled again. Out of play to the right. We'll do it again at 3-2. Weston Wilson, a right-handed hitter, on deck to bat for Colton Cowser. The 3-2, strike three call, and he's going to challenge. Tavares thought it was ball four. Boy, it looked like a strike from here. Let's see. It was low. How about that? Great challenge by Tavares, and the bases are loaded. And Cleveland has put 4 Orioles on base this inning without anybody getting aboard with a hit. Wow. Here comes Carl Willis again, as Colton Cowser will be lifted for a pinch hitter. This will be Weston Wilson coming on to bat. And this has been one of the puzzling things for Cleveland at times this year. The amount of walks that we have seen by this pitching staff, that normally they don't walk a lot of people. But here in tonight's ball game, Cleveland's walked 6 and hit a batter. Baltimore only has 4 base hits, but it's 11 base runners despite just 4 base hits. And at some point, you keep walking people, you're going to pay the ultimate price. So here's Weston Wilson, another guy that we've really not seen before. Another youngster. Major League debut this year for Baltimore. And so far he's 1 for 3. The pitch, and he takes a called strike. 8th round pick in 2021. Right-handed batter, Weston Wilson. 5 years in the minor leagues, a career .230 hitter in the minor leagues. Now the set, the pitch, and he's a little bit high with the curveball. 1-1 the count. Alonso at third, Beavers at second, Tavares at first. 4-1 Cleveland. Baltimore batting in the 8th inning. 1 out, infield double play depth, outfield medium deep straight up. The pitch whacks to deep left field. This is headed for the wall. It is off the 19-foot wall. Alonso and Beavers score. Throw to second, head first slide, a double for Wilson. And the Birds have cut the lead to 1. Stopping at third was Tavares. And off the bench with a pinch hit, 2-run double is Weston Wilson. It's his first extra base hit and his first RBIs in his young major league career. And boy, this is just like what happened last night, only in the 9th inning, where Baltimore nearly pulled it out. Now it is the infield coming in. That's interesting, with the tying run at third for Kobe Mayo, and he takes inside. This is interesting. The go-ahead runs at second, the tying runs at third, but Cleveland will play the infield in. And a base hit here through the infield. Baltimore leads. The pitch down low, ball 2, 2-0. So the Orioles shut out for 7 innings. Last night, no hit for 8 innings. And boy, they've been the comeback kids. The pitch swung on, tapped foul, third base side. 2-1 the count on Kobe Mayo. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Eric Sabrowski trying to get out of it. The pitch swung on, another tapper foul, third base side. And the count now 2-2. Tavares at third, Wilson at second. 3 runs in, only 1 out. Cleveland clinging to a 4-3 advantage. Sabrowski, his 16th pitch already. Here it comes. Down and in off the glove of Naylor. And the count is full. And one of those nights where the Cleveland bullpen is just not sharp. It doesn't happen very often. Full count now on Mayo. Batting 170. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4. A high, wide fastball. But Mayo strikes out to keep runners at second and third. Now there are 2 men out. And Stephen Vogt will make another pitching change. We'll be back.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is offering a free roof analysis covering the 7 most common problem areas. If you want the kind of protection that doesn't leak, the Gold Glove Defend Storm Shield. Call 330-SPARTAN to schedule your free roof inspection today. Again, that's 330-772-7826 or visit SpartanStormShield.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ew.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
Connor Brogdon now trying to get the last out, and Jeremiah Jackson to get the last out, and Jeremiah Jackson, the right-hander, making his 8th appearance, 2 wins, a save, a 6.43 ERA. So here we go. Orioles with runners at second and third. They've scored 3 times here in the 8th. Cleveland with a 4-3 lead on the Daniel Schneemann grand slam to right in the 7th. Jeremiah Jackson 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch up and in. He and Gunnar Henderson lead the team with 14 RBIs. Jackson batting now 305. Right-hander against right-hander. Tying run, Tavares at third. Go-ahead run, Wilson at second. The pitch hit high in the air, deep left field. Martinez back, track, wall, gone! 3-run home run for Jeremiah Jackson off Connor Brogdon. And a 6-run implosion by the Cleveland bullpen here tonight in the 8th inning. And the Orioles with a 6-4 lead, scoring 6 times off Sean Armstrong, Eric Sabrowski, and Connor Brogdon here in the 8th inning. And Jeremiah Jackson now 5 home runs and a team high 18 RBIs. And no matter who comes back for Baltimore and gets healthy, Jeremiah Jackson's going to keep playing. 9th man to bat, Gunnar Henderson takes the ball in the dirt, ball 1. Wow. The next pitch, swing and a foul. Boy, this is right up there with the gut punch that Cleveland took in St. Louis the other night. And a 6-run implosion here in the 8th after the Schneemann grand slam. That pitch down and in, ball 2, 2-1 the count.
All right. You'd like to see the other team earn it if this is going to happen. And just putting runners on with the walks and the hit batsman, a tough way to start the inning, and they were skating around it for a while but couldn't in the end.
The 2-1 pitch, high, 3-1. Jonathan Rodriguez off the bench, sac fly. Weston Wilson pinch hit, 2-run double. Jeremiah Jackson 3-run home run. 6-4 Baltimore in the 8th. The pitch waved at, And a full count on Gunnar Henderson, who swung at ball 4. Henderson 0 for 4 tonight. Connor Brogdon
is the name of the game. With the power of a cleanup hitter, the off-road ability of a Gold Glover, and the versatility of a utility player, F-150 is built for tough and made for Guardians fans. See your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer today.
Hi, Max the Bald Eagle from Marathon here. We asked people if they could do an impression of me. Have a listen.
You can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app.
That last one was pretty good. Marathon, where fun runs on full. Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
A lot of changes here for the Orioles. We'll get you updated on all of them. The most important change is a new battery, as Rico Garcia on to pitch here in the 8th inning. And the new catcher is Sam Huff. The Orioles have a 6-4 lead. Bo Naylor to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Garcia's pitch swung on, fouled straight back, strike 1. Leody Tavares has moved from center field to right, and Blaze Alexander coming in to play in center. Garcia, he delivers. Naylor takes. It's a called strike. Rico Garcia, 5'9", a right-hander. You don't see many right-handers 5'9" in the big leagues pitching. He delivers, and it's swung on, line to second, caught by Jackson. So Naylor out number 1. Here's Juan Brito, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Garcia will get his fastball up there in the mid-90s. Curveball, slider, changeup. This year, Garcia, 9 outings, hasn't given up a run, hasn't allowed a hit. In 9 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. Juan Brito 0 for 3. He swings and misses. Brito right now has kind of lost that discipline we're so used to seeing at the plate. He is chasing a lot. 0 for 3 tonight, 1 for his last 21. The pitch, swing and a miss. Might be pressing a little bit. And again, it's hard when you've not seen any of these pitchers before. These guys up here come at you with plus stuff. Now the set in the 0-2. Fouled it back. We'll do it again at 0-2. Six to 4 Baltimore, bottom of the 8th. Here's the set and delivery, and a swing and a tapper to the mound, jumping up Garcia to glove it. Underhand flip to first. 2 down as we pause for station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze with you. Turned out to be a delightful night here on the lakefront. 6-4 Baltimore. The pitch to the leadoff man, Stephen Kwan, outside a ball. Still a very pleasant 60 degrees here at the ballpark, and no breeze to speak of. Rico Garcia's pitch. Outside a ball. Two 2-0 the count. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. And it's in there. 2 balls and a strike. Daniel Schneeman's grand slam to right in the 7th gave Cleveland the 4-0 lead. Baltimore bats around against 3 relievers in the 8th and scores 6. The pitch. Kwan fouling it back. 2-2 the count. And talked about it at the time that when you keep walking people, at some point during the season, you'll pay the ultimate price for those walks. Tonight, Cleveland has. Now the 2-2. Swing and a weak tapper to the mound. Off the glove of Garcia. Picks it, throws it. Wide throw. And Alonso had to come off the bag to make the catch. Boy, Garcia blew that twice. A routine chopper, as Baltimore will challenge the call at first. Instead of fielding it cleanly, it went off his glove. Then he went and he picked it on the grass area behind the mound. Then he threw wide to first. Pete Alonso made a diving catch toward home plate. The umpire saying he came off the bag to make that catch. Baltimore elects to challenge the call, and we'll see what they say in New York. But going back to the top of this 8th inning, when Baltimore scored 6 runs, they only had 2 hits, a double, a homer, and 4 of the runs that scored had reached either by the walk or by hit by pitch. Well, we're waiting for New York to make the call. Either the inning is over or Cleveland's got a 2-out base runner and Chase DeLauder coming to the plate. 6-4, Orioles leading it here in the 8th inning. Guardians and PNC Bank are going to bat for small business. Throughout the season, join PNC Bank. They honor 6 local businesses for making a difference in the community. Now, New York having a tough time making a decision. To me, if you're making it this tough, the call should stand.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner is out. Baltimore will retain their challenge.
Like I said, if it takes that long, the call should be overturned. 6-4 Birds. 9th is next. Connor Brogdon, who gave up the 3-run home run last inning, will stay on to pitch the 9th. 6-4 Baltimore. First pitch strike to Taylor Ward. He started the 6-run uprising with a leadoff walk in the 8th. Baltimore scored 6 off 3 relievers. That pitch down low, and they count to 1-1. Tanner Bybee. It gets lost now Tanner will get a no decision, but boy, was he tremendous tonight. 6 shutout innings, 4 hit baseballs, struck out 5, walked 3. Pitch a little bit low, 2-1. Hunter Gaddis had a brilliant 7th inning, blew everybody away with 3 strikeouts. Now the set, now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul upstairs, right side, 2-2. Sean Armstrong faces 3 batters, and they all came around to score after he walked 2, hit a batter. Eric Sabrowski, 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 runs on 1 hit, walked a batter, struck out a batter, and Connor Brogdon, 1/3 of an inning so far, gave up the 3-run homer. Throws that one by Taylor Ward, who cuts and misses. A strikeout. That is out number 1 here in the 9th. Here's Pete Alonso. He was hit by a pitch last inning. Pete Alonso was 2 for 3 prior to last inning when he got hit by the pitch. Right-hander against right-hander. 6-4 Orioles. The pitch down low in the bottom of the 9th. Cleveland's got DeLauder, Ramirez, Manzardo. So you've got your thumpers coming to the plate. Now the pitch, swung on, hit in the air to fairly deep right, but in front of the track with room is Chase DeLauder, the retired Pete Alonso. 2 down. Here's Dylan Beavers. He also walked last inning. I'm assuming we'll see Ryan Helsley, a longtime St. Louis closer. That's who's warming up. He's been perfect for Baltimore, 5 for 5 in save opportunities. 2 down, bases empty, 6-4 Orioles, 9th inning. Dylan Beavers, the batter, 0 for 2, 2 walks. Takes outside a ball. We've had all the scoring tonight by Baltimore in the 8th and Cleveland in the 7th. Daniel Schneemann, the grand slam to right. The pitch, down low, a ball, and the count 1-1. Tomorrow night, another 6:10 start. Gavin Williams against Dean Kramer. Now the pitch, swing and a foul back, 2-1 the count. The next delivery, swung on a chopper, headed towards the hole and into right field. A base hit between Hoskins and Brito. And Beavers has been on 3 times tonight. This will be the first at bat for Blaze Alexander. He came on to, well, I beg your pardon, for catcher Sam Huff. Came on to catch. So Huff steps in with a runner on 2 down. He's a right-handed hitting catcher. The pitch to Huff and a check swing foul, strike 1. Huff 1 for 4 since coming up. Adley Rushman should be back soon. Turned an ankle running the bases. Connor Brogdon's pitch is waved at. 0-2. Crazy game. The place was buzzing after the Schneemann grand slam, and then air kind of went out of the building in the 8th. 6-4 Baltimore here in the 9th. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Ooh, did he have a cut? Sam Huff is one of those guys. You talk about paying your dues. Sam Huff has never played a full year in the major leagues. If you include this year, he's been in the minor leagues 11 different years. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. One more shot for Cleveland, 6-4 Baltimore. Middle of the 9th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up. They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $200 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, sports fans. There's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Need new tires? Here's a tip. Skip the good old kick for quality entirely. Get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, the smart choice for tires without the footwork. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands. Expertly installed by certified pros. And the kicker? Your Ford dealer often has deals that beat dedicated tire shops. So, when it's time for new tires, roll with your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
This guy was some kind of closer with the St. Louis Cardinals. Then they traded him. One of those deadline deals last summer to the New York Mets. Then he signed as a free agent with Baltimore in December. This is a heck of a pickup. Getting this guy. Ryan Helsley throws upper 90s. Fastball, curveball, slider. Now this year he's added a split finger. Helsley 5 for 5 in saves, 8 appearances, ERA 2.45, 11 strikeouts in 7 innings. Here's Chase DeLauter, 1 for 3, a double and a walk. The pitch, and he takes high, ball 1. Good job by Rico Garcia, scoreless inning. On deck, Jose Ramirez, then Kyle Manzardo. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air to right center, but not deep. Camped under it is Alexander. The center fielder retires DeLauter. 1 down for Jose Ramirez. He's walked 3 times and flied out. And I think we're going to see more of this, Rosie. Until somebody gets hot behind Ramirez, he's not going to get anything to swing at. 3 walks is going to become the norm, not an aberration.
And he is selective. He will try not to expand his strike zone. I know that's frustrating for him sometimes, but that's the world he's living in right now.
Helsley's ready. Here it comes. And it's low, ball 1. Helsley, a 2-time All-Star with the Cardinals. Boy, what a year ahead in 2024. That year, 49 saves. Last year, not as good, and there was some thought that maybe he was tipping his pitches. The pitch, outside a ball, 2-0. He went from 49 saves to 21 last year, and he went from an ERA of 2 to 4.5. Looks like he's back in good form now. The pitch. And it's in there, a called strike on a slider. 2-1 the count on Jose Ramirez. He's a Native American. He's a member of the Cherokee tribe. Now the 2-1. Fouled it back. That was a good split right there. 2-2. 1 out, nobody on, 9th inning. 6-4 Baltimore. Now the pitch. Checked on a pitch high. Full count. 102 miles per hour was that fastball. Woo! Outfield, pretty much straight away, a touch toward right. The pitch down in the dirt. He threw him a 3-2 split. How about that for respect? But by walking him, and that's the 4th time Jose Ramirez has walked tonight. Now one swing of the bat, and we've got a tie game. Ramirez this year has now walked 15 times and struck out 11. Well, the walks ended up being a killer for Cleveland's pitching staff in the 8th. Can the Cleveland offense return the favor? Here's Kyle Manzardo. The pitch. And it's over but low. Ball 1. Manzardo 1 for 4. Just 1 home run right now. Outfield, medium deep, straight away. Ramirez held at first by Alonso. The 1-0 pitch. And he went with the off-speed breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Six runs, 7 hits Baltimore. 4 runs, 7 hits Cleveland. 9th inning, 1 out, 1 on. The next delivery, waved at. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Helsley got away with a hanging splitter that time. Rhys Hoskins on deck. No, it's not. George Valera has come on deck to bat for Rhys Hoskins. Now the 1-2 delivery. Got him swinging at a split. And so George Valera will be Cleveland's last hope. Manzardo strikes out, 2 down. Valera will bat for Hoskins. Hoskins was 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. So George Valera to pinch hit. 2 down in the 9th, 6-4 Baltimore. Ramirez the runner at first. Valera, since coming up, 4 for 10 with 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. The pitch. And he pops one back foul, strike 1. Had him out on his front foot. Helsley's next offering. Way high and outside. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on, 2 down, 9th inning. Cleveland's down a pair. The set. Now the 1-1 delivery. Swung on a chopper to second. Jackson backs up, gloves, throws, and Baltimore with a huge comeback win, 6-4.